second victory in as many attempts in the preseason. Final score, 126-94.
Rookie Keegan Murray led the team in scoring off the bench with 16 points on 5 of 6 shooting from 3. The Kings are back in action on Wednesday in Phoenix to take on the Suns. The 49ers handled the Panthers with ease yesterday, taking down Carolina 37-15 to move into first place in the NFC West. It wasn't all good news for San Francisco as the injury bug continues to plague the Niners. Defensive stalwart Nick Bosa left the game with a hamstring injury, while cornerback Emmanuel Mosley and kicker Robbie Gould also exited the game early with injuries. The Raiders are in action tonight on Monday Night Football when they visit the Chiefs in Kansas City. Coverage begins at 4:45 on Sactown Sports. Those are your headlines. Back to the Carmichael Dave Show with Jason Ross.
It's the Carmichael Dave Show.
He's on the microphone when he's not on the microphone. He's playing a song, and when he's not playing a song, he's on the microphone, and then boom.
With Jason Ross.
Jay, hey, my headset's
Text or call the show at 916-339-1140. It's the Carmichael Dave Show with Jason Ross on Sactown Sports 1140.
Is this thing on? It is. Good morning. Good morning, good morning, good morning, good morning. And hey, good morning. Hi, Jason.
Hi, good morning.
Stingers.
All the way up. It was a cat.
As a cat. I don't have a stinger.
Cat's up.
Actually, I used to have a stinger. I'd probably find a stinger here somewhere. Welcome in Monday, October 10, 2022. And it's still summer. It's just not hardcore summer yet. This is Jason Ross's favorite weather.
Absolutely.
He
I don't want it to go away.
He loves this weather.
See, like, you always look at, like, this is the start of an exciting time for you. Like, this is the end. Like, it's darker earlier. I have to wait. Is it March yet?
No.
Yes.
No, March is the worst.
It's got March. Wow, you hate March.
It's got March. The game of
March.
1-800-920-1140. 916-339-1140. How was your weekend? I mean, obviously the Stingers are great, and my guy Scattaboo is amazing.
They were won. The Kings won. UCLA won.
Yes.
Like, there's a lot. Yankees are getting ready to start their postseason.
Yeah, they are.
Things are going well in the sports realm.
Right now, things are good.
Yeah. And they change fast.
And they do.
Yeah. How was your weekend?
It was good. Friday was fun. Yeah. Oh, Saturday. We went to Pleasant Hill, just south of Concord.
Was it
for
Pleasant?
It was
dude, nice.
It was a hilly.
Yeah. Looked like Mason was going through a thing.
He was. You know, the thing is I've learned now. I think what Jay just did is only in my headset, right? You didn't just hear Jay say, dude, nice, did you?
No, he did.
Oh, he did?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
But it wasn't over the air.
I
think it was
saw
IFB.
It was in our IFB.
No, I did it
over
over
I thought
the air.
you were hitting the space bar and you were editing.
Oh.
Your face is a space bar.
Thank you.
Really nice.
So Melissa was the coach of the team on Saturday.
Oh, that's right.
So I went for the comedic relief. It was amazing.
Mm.
They won 6-2 against a team that was supposed to kick their butts. So
now, Coach of the Year nominee.
Pretty much. My wife
Melissa Popovich.
Yeah, I was just going to say my wife's Greg Popovich. And it was awesome. And the kids had a blast. And they all liked Coach Mel.
She coaching the World Cup squad this year?
I think she may now actually do it. It was awesome because she has the voice of a 6-year-old girl.
Uh-huh.
And so usually when you want to, you have to sub in a lot of kids throughout the game. And it's not like real, big boy soccer, big girl soccer, where you sub out once and that's it. You can sub as many times as you want. And
sub.
That's what you go sub, and then But of course, it's Melissa and her voice. Oh, she would to the side judge. She wouldn't sub anybody unless the side judge was right next to her, and then she'd be like, next break, can I get a sub? And he'd be like, okay. And then the side judge would be like, sub. And she basically made the refs do her sub voice for her. I even offered. I was like, I'll do the sub voice. She's like, no, I can do it. And she was very I carried all the soccer balls in the bag. I was basically her grunt, and I felt good doing it.
You were the team mom.
I was the team mom, as a matter of fact. So congrats to her.
What kind of snacks did you get for the kids after the game?
We do orange slices. Of course, it's soccer. we do bananas, and what was the other thing we did? I think we did we did trail mix. So you've got like a little thing there.
Well, healthy fare.
And then of course all the kids dig their boogery beehole hands into the trail mix, and kids are, dude. Their hands are disgusting.
Okay.
Good morning to everybody in the YouTube chats. Good morning, Kevin. Good morning. Hey, I'm seeing early. Yeah, babe. Good morning to all of ye. Creatures great and small. Chewy, hi. So I'm already manic. You guys know I'm a little strange, and I admit that.
Thought you were Dave.
I own it. What? Hi.
Thought you were Dave.
Nope, Dave. I want to. There's been a lot of tumultuous necessity. Yep, not a word. Quit smoking and doing.
Still going well?
Yeah, well, day to day. Yes, I mean, yeah, it is. It's just again, I'm not going to read my own press. Not believe in the hype.
Because they're talking about you.
Yeah, exactly. That's the thing. So I just want to warn everyone that starting next week, things may change quite a bit because we are having a major household change. And I wish it was something like we're having a baby. Like that would actually be less than what's happening. It's not a pet. It's not a baby. And this isn't a bit. Next Saturday evening, my mother-in-law is moving in with us.
In the house?
Well, okay, and I can't stress enough.
Like inside the four walls.
I can't stress enough. This sounds worse than it
the
is.
one you live in.
I want to be clear. This sounds worse than it is. But technically, we're putting her in the garage.
Okay.
I know that sounds really bad.
Make that sound good.
What he's leaving out is inside the garage in the car.
Yeah.
You know this. You've been to my house. The garage has been turned into like a theater. It's carpeted, it's insulated, it's furnished. We have a giant projector in there. It's where we watch movies.
Sounds really cool, actually.
No, it is. That's what I'm saying.
Might be a bad thing though, long run now.
Let me tell you something. When my wife and I are not getting along, if she won't leave and if she annoys me, I will go sleep down there and I go to sleep, watch a movie. Right? No, that is our.
Can't go sleep with your mother-in-law.
We have We have a fridge. We've got all our workout stuff, and then we have the theater area. She's in the garage. But oh my god, I'm sorry. Just a side note, my computer's still open to Animorphs.
Enough with the Animorphs.
And the back and forth between the two of you was just fantastic. It was so cute. So yeah, she's moving in.
Okay.
And
it's next weekend.
They'll be back. My wife flies down Friday. They will be back Saturday night.
Okay.
And which means Sunday football. She'll be there. That's where I usually post up to watch Sunday football.
In the garage.
Yeah, I have the big TV, and then I have I have 3 TVs in there so I can multi-screen. That's gone. That's gone.
Well, now you're just gonna have to go out to the gazebo and be a loser with 2.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So, yeah. So it's open-ended. Now it's all for good stuff. She's coming up here and she's going to look for a house to buy, and she's in the process of selling her house down there. And so she's like in limbo right now, and she doesn't want to be there when strangers are coming in to look at the house.
Sure.
So we don't want to, so we're bringing her up here, and she can sell the house. And then, I feel like, you never know, but this is probably the last house she'll ever buy, and she's going to want to get it right. And
makes sense.
It's going to be a lot like, I think, when my daughter goes clothes shopping, she's going to want to try on everything. And even if she finds the perfect outfit, 3 outfits in, you can't buy it because you haven't checked everything out yet. I feel like that's kind of how this is going to go. So I'm going the over on amount of time spent. And listen, it would suck if I didn't get along with my mother-in-law. I'm nowhere near as close to her as you are with yours. We don't, it's mostly they live down there. And so it's pleasantries and hi, how are you, and holidays, but we don't really, it's not like we're, hey, let's go hang out. So
Till now.
Well, here's the thing, and God bless her, she's already starting to kind of, I can tell, want to form a, like, here's a new. Anyways, I get this text from her yesterday.
Okay.
My sports recap for the weekend.
Oh, did you ask for this?
Yay today for Taysom Hill and Kirk Cousins. The Rams suck. I don't think they've ever been below 500, have they? Yes, they have. Do these guys doing celebration dances know how dumb they look? My goodness. Grown men should not waddle. I sat up last night through the Japan Grand Prix, being rain delayed for 2 hours, and then when they finally did get around to racing for a little while, I fell asleep during the race. Maybe Max Verstappen will win the championship in Texas in a couple of weeks.
I smell a bit.
I do too, Jay.
Almost done. I saw the Niners play the Panthers.
Oh.
Does Jerry Richardson still own the Panthers?
Hmm?
When I started my current job 30 years ago, he was the CEO of the corporation that owned Denny's.
Grand slam of a take.
That's the end of the text.
I think this needs to be a daily bit, but she has to read it.
My worry is that she thinks like I'll be making fun of her. I just think it's super cute. Like she's trying, like
I mean,
She's watching everything.
he likes sports. like watching the Japan Grand Prix.
which is an amazing event. By
It
the way,
really is. Have you ever been? Oh
Yeah,
my!
twice.
Oh my good, the food.
Yeah.
Okay. So we have a big show for you.
Drive through?
The Grand Prix.
I see what you did there.
We have a big show for you. Matt Barrows may join us at 8, depending on his travel schedule. But if he does
Hopefully
not,
he didn't
join
get
us-
hurt.
No, I'm hoping he did. My goodness, no more turf for Matt Barrows. The Kings can't beat anybody by less than 30. It's kind of getting boring. So we'll discuss that. Are the Kings boring because they're so dominant? And yes, as you said, big costly Niner victory. Raiders Chiefs tonight. It's a Big Fat Harry Monday show. It starts next.
You want more Kings coverage? You got it.
Tuesday, Wednesday, Saturday, Sunday basketball game and whatnot.
Give me more!
Join Nick Cattles following the Kings and Lakers on Friday, October 14th for the very first edition of the Sactown Sports Kings Recap. Live on Sactown Sports' YouTube channel. The only place giving you live Kings coverage directly after every game
Kings get the victory, and the celebration continues.
on Sactown Sports, your home for Kings basketball.
Things are heating up at West Coast Audio of Galt for their huge one-year anniversary blowout sale. It's their one-year anniversary sale. Get to West Coast Audio of Galt this Thursday, Friday, and open till midnight on Saturday and save up to 70%. Kicker or Fosgate subwoofers are buy one, get one free starting at $99. Kenwood double din in-dash touchscreen DVD players with Bluetooth are just $199 while supplies last. West Coast Audio of Galt will window tint your entire car or truck for only $99. Front door included, most cars. 200-watt high power with Bluetooth MP3 players are just $39. Remote start alarm with two-way paging starting at $149 with lifetime warranty. Get to West Coast Audio of Galt this Thursday, Friday, and Saturday for their huge one-year anniversary blowout sale. Get incredible savings. Up to 70%. Financing available up to 36 months. Your job is your credit.
Let's do it. It's time for Leading Off. Brought to you by Lasher's Elk Grove Dodge, where for over 60 years, their name means a great deal in Elk Grove Auto Mall and online at elkgrovedodge.com. Here's cut number 1.
Hayden with a rebound, 5 seconds to dribble this one out. And the Kings will get their second victory in as many attempts in the preseason. Final score, 126-94. 2 more preseason challenges loom ahead. Wednesday in Phoenix against Devin Booker and the Suns. And then Friday night back in this building, rematch with LeBron and company and the Los Angeles Lakers.
Hi. Well, Kings couldn't even have the high score of the night. That was Jeremy Grant with 17. Kings only beat the Blazers by 2 points more than they beat the Lakers. Are they improving at a fast enough pace? Jason, your thoughts?
Not for my liking, no.
Keegan Murray, who is continuing to probably smile on the inside. It's like the one thing everything Mike Brown's done so far is perfect to me. It's like the one thing that annoys. It's like, dude, we all know you're going to start him, and either or you just want to have a giant controversy for nothing, and I don't believe that. I'm sure he'll start. This just smells so much of like old vet coach is like, rookie's got to earn it. Okay, well, first off, he earned it when he was the number 4 pick in the draft. Secondly, he's earned it in summer league. He's at worst the third best player on the team. Yeah. At worst, the third best player on the team.
Yeah, and so when you take it for that, then you could go. I try to flip it, and what's the thought process? He's a rookie. I like the length of Casey Okpala. Whatever the other things that could be. Well, then why don't you start Davion Mitchell and say, well, we want Fox off the bench,
right?
Or we're going to start Holmes because,
right? I
don't know. It doesn't feel right, and the fact that they start Okpala and then he plays the first 4 minutes,
exactly,
and that's it. In the first 4 minutes of the second half, and that's it.
And then Murray plays 23, which is
great. He's playing the right amount of minutes, but it's a weird thing.
And we're having fun at nitpicking because Mike Brown was sitting here. He'd probably be like, well, hey, let's play a game of who's the NBA head coach. I'll go first. And then secondly, he's like, well, I'm 2-0. I'm 2-0 and I've won by an average of 31 points. So do you really want to question my rotations? And the answer is you can start my daughter at the 4 if that means we're going to win by 30 every game.
Absolutely.
Do not care. 126-94 in a game that Dame Lillard played. Did you feel this way too? And again, everybody has their own rotations, but Chauncey Billups having Damian Lillard out there midway through the fourth playing 28 minutes on the night or 27 minutes. I don't know. I probably wouldn't have played him that much, especially in a blowout.
Yeah. I don't know. It was one of those things where everything was going so well last night, and this is this is who they play opening night.
Yeah.
Can you save any of this? Because, that night will be different. The main Blazers players will play more. I think there's no doubt in the 2 preseason games, the Kings' depth dominated the Lakers. Dominated the Blazers. But when you get to the regular season and the 5 best players on the floor for the more minutes, that's different. But
it is different.
The depth of the Kings right now is showing up big time.
We're going to have fun with this. We're going to look at the fun stuff because you never know. This may be one of the bright spots of the season.
Yeah.
Let's just be honest.
Like last year.
Well, and that's the thing. And one thing we're going to keep in mind all day. The Kings were 4-0 in preseason last year.
And looked good, too, last year.
And that was coming off a undefeated summer league. Wait, were they undefeated?
Yeah.
Yeah.
They won
right. Yeah, that's right.
Yeah.
So, everyone, I'm not going to lie. I'm getting excited, too.
Yeah,
but
they look good.
Just,
right.
16 straight years. Let's just all, all right. Number 2.
Cut number 2.
Garoppolo under center. He falls down as he runs the toss to Coleman trying to get wide. Tevin is in for a 49er touchdown. Touchdown, San Francisco.
That was like the most nonchalant call.
Touchdown.
Here's I don't want to put
Papa was so bored at that point.
I don't want to put words in Papa's mouth, but let's just look at it like this. That is the quintessential Jimmy Garoppolo play. Garoppolo falls down.
Niners win.
Managed to hand it to Tevin Coleman, who runs it in for a touchdown. Touchdown, Tevin. Like that is a typical Jimmy Garoppolo play. And Tevin Coleman looked like an NFL player.
Yeah.
2 touchdowns on the day.
Plug and play. Wilson ran well.
Tevin Coleman making a bid to be the younger Shanahan's Olandis Gary. Good for him. Brandon Ayuk, 3 catches. Hey, in a game, if you told me that Deebo Samuel would have 2 catches for 20 yards and 32 total yards from scrimmage, I'd have said, okay, well, Kittle must have had a big day. Nope, 5 for 47. Okay. Well, Ayuk must have had a big day. Nope, 3 for 58. Oh, well, then was it a 9-3 game? No, the Niners scored 37 points. Oh. But this is how really good teams get really good wins on the road. And I mean, this is honestly them giving up 15 points.
Yeah. What's wrong with the defense?
It's the defense slipping. Would you believe that this was the second most points given up by the team this season? They gave up 19 to Chicago, but that didn't really count. That was a rain.
Yeah. This is kind of what we said on Friday. It just needs to end up as a win. It wasn't really stressful. They outplayed Carolina. The only bad thing about the game was the amount of injuries.
I know.
Man.
Not a fan.
Nope.
Later on in the program, got a stat on Jimmy Garoppolo I think you'll like.
Okay.
It's a stat on his wins, and maybe he's better than you think. And that, when I say you, I mean the Royal you, not you, Jason Ross.
Okay.
Maybe he's not. Maybe stats lie, but maybe
he's MVP is what you're saying.
Yeah, don't want to give it away. Number 3.
Cut number 3.
Broncos show blitz. The handoff is to Jacob. Goes through the 10. Cuts upfield 5. Drives forward. He's in. Touchdown, Josh Jacobs. Touchdown, Raiders. He bullied his way through the end zone on an 11-yard carry.
One of these teams is 1-3. The other is 3-1. And tonight they will battle at Arrowhead in Kansas City. 5:15. Raiders Chiefs.
I think there's going to be a lot of points in this one. That's my guess.
I will tell you this. I was a little bit surprised at the over-under.
What is it?
Let me ask you this. What do you think? What would you set the over-under?
Okay, for this game, 55.
It's about what I have, 55.
Oh, sorry, 55 and a half.
Yeah, right. It's 51 and a half.
Okay.
So
my gut's telling me over, but Vegas is better at this than I am.
They're much better than you or I. 51 and a half, Kansas City favored by an even touchdown. And that sounds about right. But that's why you play the games. Mm-hmm. Also, it's not like the Raiders don't have weapons. And they're going to have to use those weapons. They're really going to have to use them because this Kansas City team is a juggernaut. But a juggernaut that has given up 21, 24, 20, and 31 points this year. So you can score on them. You can score on the Chiefs, and obviously the Raiders are going to have to do that because the defense is not going to stop Kansas City.
I wouldn't think so. So, I mean, if you can make the most of that, can Carr have a big day? Can Jacobs run like he did last week? That was great. So it should be a fun Monday night game. We have a lot to talk about today. We had a weekend in the NFL that was just goofy. New York football is 11-4, Jason. What?
New York football is 11-4. The Giants, the Jets, the 3-2 Jets, the 4-1 Giants. Just the Jets and the Giants alone are 7-3.
The Giants win in every country.
They have won in every country ever. They won in Australia last year. Probably not. 7-3. Who would have bet? What would you have made money wise?
Yeah,
if you'd have bet.
I wouldn't have bet it.
I would not have. Well, maybe I would have let $1 go if it was like. Anyways, we got a lot to talk about there. We've also, by the way, we haven't even mentioned yet the baseball playoffs. Baseball playoffs are underway. So for Chris Guerrero, we will do that segment. Progress, where we go next, and your Yankees just waiting to play game 1. We'll get to it next.
You want more Kings coverage? You got it.
Tuesday, Wednesday, Saturday, Sunday basketball game and whatnot.
Give me more! Join Nick Cattles following the Kings and Lakers on Friday, October 14th for the very first edition of the Sactown Sports Kings Recap. Live on Sactown Sports' YouTube channel. The only place giving you live Kings coverage directly after every game.
Kings get the victory, and the celebration continues
on Sactown Sports, your home for Kings basketball.
Hey, it's Carmichael, Dave. You know, it's amazing how the housing market has shifted so quickly over the last few months, and having the right mortgage company on your side is crucial in this ever-changing market. We've got just that lender. Of course, it's my guy Shelby at United Wholesale Lending. You can check him out at refinancewithshelby.com. Shelby's team, well known in the real estate market, from real estate agents, title companies, appraisal companies. That makes all the difference. United Wholesale Lending will even get your offer fully underwritten and approved up front so you can compete with the cash offers. They're local, fast, and competitive. Even with rates rising slightly from their record lows, there's been an increase in inventory. The market is shifting from a seller's market to a buyer's market. Buyers now have the opportunity to shop for the home that's right for them instead of settling for what was available. The team at United Wholesale Lending can pre-approve you over the phone in under 15 minutes without even running your credit. RefinanceWithShelby.com. That's RefinanceWithShelby.com. NLS number 279051, BRE number 01864354.
My daughter is in middle school, which means my car has to put up with, well, girls opening the door when their nail polish isn't quite dry, or soccer kids kicking the door shut with muddy cleats, or when their school crush shakes up a soda and opens it right in front of my bumper. So you can expect my car to look a mess, but I defy expectations. Thanks to Quick Whack, I don't have to look like middle schoolers are running this show, even though they kind of are. Hit the Quick Whack for a shine that lets you defy expectations.
Hello, Sacramento. Doug Christie here with the Good Feet Store, asking, are you a runner? I am. When I was asked as a kid to run an errand, I literally ran that errand. Running all over helped me to be one of the fastest guys on the team and always the quickest. But all that running put tons of pressure on my feet and made me susceptible to pain in my legs, feet, hips, and back. The pain was intense and I just couldn't shake it. Now, thanks to the Good Feet Store, foot-related problems are a thing of the past. Do you lead an active lifestyle at work and play, frustrated with solutions that don't solve anything? Come to the Good Feet Store and get a free personalized fitting and test walk. Experience for yourself the comfort, balance, and support that is Good Feet Art supports. The Good Feet Store in Sacramento, Roseville, Stockton, and Modesto, online at goodfeet.com. That's goodfeet.com. Tell them Doug Christie sent you.
Celebrate the start of the fall season with the official tire of Major League Baseball. Hankook Tire is offering up to $100 off on 4 of its most popular lines now through November 6th with its Grand Slam rebate. Get up to a $100 rebate on a select set of 4 passenger or light truck tires. Ask about Hankook's wide selection of trailer tires. See dealer for details. Radial Tire Service in Sacramento is your one-stop tire shop, providing their customers with excellent service for an affordable price. Don't wait. Come in and hit a Grand Slam with your tire game with a premium Hankook Tire Grand Slam rebate. Hankook, driving emotion.
Are you an experienced AC and heating service technician or installer? Would you like the potential to make more than $100,000 a year? That's right. I said $100,000. And on top of that, if you have the right experience and skills, you could qualify for a sign-on bonus. I'm talking about Bell Brothers, the most trusted name in heating and air conditioning in Sacramento. They need experienced air conditioning service techs right now. They already keep 117 techs busy. The business is booming. The pay is great. The benefits are amazing. And you'll always have work all year round. At Bell Brothers, there's no such thing as a slow season. The team wants to meet you. This is no joke. If you're ready to make the best career move of your life, go online to book a confidential interview at theNoSurpriseGuys.com. Your life is about to get a whole lot better. It can't hurt to explore your options. Go to theNoSurpriseGuys.com to get the ball rolling.
Golf to Go is brought to you by the Hagen Oaks Golf Super Shop. Here's Frank LaRosa.
Since you probably can't afford your own sports psychologist, Golf Monthly's Fergus Bissett offers 5 golf psychology tips to help you play better. First, stay in the present. If your mind is ahead of you, how can you focus on the shot at hand? Second, every shot is a new challenge. The objective of every shot is to get the ball in the hole in the least amount of strokes. Go do it. 3, the past is the past. Many of us dwell on the past. Not good. Clear your mind and move on to the next shot. 4, never surrender. Some give up on their rounds too quickly. Your fortunes on the course can change with one swing or one decent break. Lastly, stay positive on the greens. If you're having one of those days where the putts don't drop, focus on the positives. If you're putting on your intended line, that's a good thing. Keep it up and they'll begin to fall. And remember, it's a game, so go out there and have some fun. That's your Golf to Go. I'm Frank LaRosa.
Time to check out Coastside Medical Clinic, who's dedicated to providing breakthrough remedies for men.
Sactown Sports Headlines.
With your Sactown Sports headlines, I'm Jay Mars. The Kings have played 2 games in the preseason and now have 2 blowout wins.
Hader with a rebound, 5 seconds to dribble this one out. And the Kings will get their second victory in as many attempts in the preseason. Final score, 126-94.
Rookie Keegan Murray led the team in scoring off the bench with 16 points on 5 of 6 shooting from 3. The Kings are back in action on Wednesday in Phoenix to take on the Suns. The 49ers handled the Panthers with ease yesterday, taking down Carolina 37-15 to move into first place in the NFC West. It wasn't all good news for San Francisco as the injury bug continues to plague the Niners. Defensive stalwart Nick Bosa left the game with a hamstring injury, while cornerback Emmanuel Mosley and kicker Robbie Gould also exited the game early with injuries. The Raiders are in action tonight on Monday Night Football when they visit the Chiefs in Kansas City. Coverage begins at 4:45 on Sactown Sports. Those are your headlines. Back to the Carmichael Dave Show with Jason Ross.
It's the Carmichael Dave Show with Jason Ross. The only local sports show in the morning. On Sactown Sports, 1140.
Fall lineup continues to fill out. Matt Barrows at 8 o'clock. He may move to 8 o'clock tomorrow. Wait, no, he won't. He may move to tomorrow. Oh, we have Sean Salisbury tomorrow.
No, I thought we were moving him to 8:15.
Oh, we are. You're right. Thank you, Jason. So we may have a back-to-back there. That's fine. Sean Tuesdays. Katie Christensen's going to start joining us weekly again, 8 o'clock on Wednesdays, followed by Sam, Amy, 8 o'clock Thursdays, Greg Papa, 8 o'clock Fridays, amongst others, Dave Richard, and many others. So fall lineup filling out, best time of the year for sports, and we appreciate you coming along with us and hearing stuff like this.
Aiders set again. Here's the pitch to Marte. Swung on, grounded slowly to third. Manny charges his. Now plays the hop. Throw to first is in time. And the Padres have not only captured the moment, they have captured the wild card series. And it's on to Los Angeles for game 1 of the NLDS Tuesday night at Dodger Stadium. There will be playoff baseball at Petco Park in 2022.
A little forced there, but, otherwise fine. Here's how it's signed from the Mets side.
Hader sets. Here's the pitch. On a ground ball to third, charged by Machado. He's got it. Swings it across to first. In time, the ball game is over. And a 101-win season for the New York Mets, which featured such excitement and carried such promise, ends in extremely disappointing fashion as they are beaten in the wild card series 2-1 by the San Diego Padres.
Mets get swept at home. Mini sweep. Padres advance. What?
Well, it wasn't a sweep.
Well, was it?
It was 2 out of 3.
Oh my God. Okay.
I was confused. I'm like,
can
wait
I
a
just confess something real quick? I
Yeah.
did this in the pre-show too. You can't, as a sports host, I'm learning, completely disconnect from baseball all year and then try to get into it. Because what did I say in the pregame? I was like, think about the Mets and the Padres. Wow, that sure did suck for the Padres having to travel. You guys looked at me like I had a
all the series were played. Yeah,
they're all
in
played
the one park.
You can't do it. You can't, as a sports host, do that because you sound like an ass.
You love baseball. But now you will. Now that you get the final 4 on each side, maybe.
I mean, now I'm because I watched baseball on and off all weekend, but it's still between basketball. Let's put it this way: I watched almost as much Pelicans preseason basketball as I did baseball playoffs, and that's gotta change a little bit.
Yeah.
Padres advance. That happened, right?
Yes.
Okay.
Confirmed.
And Bob Melvin was happy for the fans.
One thing I feel great about is we're going to be able to take this thing home and have a playoff series in front of our fans in San Diego. And can't wait to see them. Can't wait to get back there. They deserve it.
I'm not an A's fan. I know we have some on the chat. I'm not trying to be that guy. I'm honestly asking you guys, when you hear Bob Melvin doing post game and you see him, if you were watching the game, are you happy for him? Like, oh man, that's so great. Bo Mel deserves it. Or maybe you're not saying, of course you're not gonna be like, screw you, Bob. Like, A's fans understand why he left. I get that. But does it grate on you? Like, he should be doing that with us. Or maybe it's a little bit.
Yeah, I feel like I don't know. I guess I am speaking for A's fans because I don't know how they feel. At least he was there for a long time and did a lot of successful things. I mean, I don't know that Bob Melvin would have made this year any different for the A's.
Right.
But I feel like it's a little different than a player that maybe you're like, hey, we weren't done with him.
Right.
And I don't know that they were done with Melvin, but they got a lot out of him. And now it's like, well, I don't blame him. He had a great opportunity. The second the A's allowed Melvin to interview, it was like, he's gone. He's going to the Padres.
Yeah, they allowed him to interview and then let him leave without compensation.
Yeah.
I was trying to run a theory by you guys during the pre-show that Bob Melvin is kind of like, this is like kind of the Shawshank Redemption of baseball where, a little extreme. The A's aren't prison.
Right.
But, Andy Dufresne was in prison for a long time for something he didn't do. And there were highlights, not all, but, the time when he got the beers.
Yeah.
For
roof.
everybody on the roof. That was a highlight.
Yeah.
When he got the pie, when the warden gave him the pie,
Yeah.
said the guy's wife couldn't cook for what. But when you're in prison and you get homemade pie, that's a big deal. I feel like those were the playoff years for Bob Melvin, was the pie
And the beers on the roof.
and the beers on the roof.
Yeah.
But very short-lived.
Yeah, because you're still stuck there.
You're still stuck there. And then before you know it, you're back to your cell. But the whole time, digging a hole behind the Raquel Welch and whoever else poster. He finally escapes through 500 yards, which, by the way, could also pass for part of the Coliseum. And now he's with the Padres. He has money.
Yeah.
He has insanely talented. Not that he didn't have talent with the A's, but knowing
he's more.
They're doing things like acquiring generational superstars, signing free agents. And he won some playoffs.
Yeah.
Won some playoffs games.
And he beat a 101 win team in the Mets. Now, if I was a Mets fan, this was like the first year, like new ownership. They go and get Scherzer. They had DeGrom, Lindor the year before. Like they're spending Bassett. They're spending money. I would be down about this year, but I also know my guy's going to do whatever he can.
Yeah.
Make us great. Like this is the start for the Mets.
Not worried about the Mets. They have a beautiful ballpark. They have an owner willing to spend a ton of money, who really is the type of owner you want. That just loves the team, is actually a fan of the team, is like, I'm rich. I don't care. I want to win a championship.
Yeah.
Good for them. So no baseball today.
Nope. Everything's now set for tomorrow. But, I wonder about the new format. So they had the 3 games. The advantage certainly is if you get in the top 2, because then you get the bye. You get into the next round, which is a best of 5 series. But 3 of the 4 teams that had home field for the 3-game series lost. So that's interesting, including some wild, like that Mariners comeback. Good for Seattle.
That was great
to advance.
For them.
Yeah.
10, what was that, 10-9? Also, I believe I got this right. They don't reseed.
Correct.
Which
I'm not sure about that.
No, you should reseed. You should reseed in every league that has a playoff tournament.
Yeah.
Just reseed after every round. Tomorrow, it's another 4-banger. 10:07, Phillies Braves, followed by the Mariners Astros, Guardians Yankees, and Padres Dodgers. That's going to be neat.
Yes.
Really, honestly, is anyone rooting for the Dodgers in that series outside of Dodger fan?
Jay Mars, definitely is, but he's a Dodger fan.
He's a Dodger fan.
Yeah.
Is anyone that is not is there anyone
anti-Padre nation?
I guess, yeah, it's huge.
I know.
I just feel like literally the entire world is rooting for the Padres except for Dodger fan.
Yeah, if your team is not in it,
Nationals fans,
Padres Mariners. Neither team's ever won. If you got that,
let it be. Let's see. Who do we want?
Rays fans saying if we had Blake Snell, we would have beat the Guardians. Definitely them.
We need to have the Guardians and Mariners in the ALCS. Sorry. It's not nothing personal.
Yankees, Padres.
Yeah, I don't know. Phillies, I guess. Braves just won it.
Yeah.
Phillies.
You want Bryce Harper in there?
No. But when was the last time? The Phillies haven't won since the Darren Dalton, John Kruk days, right?
No, they won in what, 08?
08, yeah.
08 or 09 or 07.
Who's leading that team?
That's like Rollins and
that's
where
Matt Stairs was getting hammered in the butt when he got back to the dugout, remember?
Wait, what?
I'm sorry.
Matt Stairs' classic quote is like, yeah, man, you hit that home run, you get back. It feels great to have a bunch of guys hammering you in the butt in the dugout.
Oh.
Wow.
You guys seriously don't remember? I'm going to pull that quote up.
I would like that.
Wow. I do not remember.
There's audio of this.
I'm a little scarred because have any of you guys have seen this New York Giants sideline video, right, from yesterday? No? Okay. There are a lot of people out there nodding their heads. They know exactly what I'm talking about.
It's different in London.
I'll show you. It is really different in London, fellas. We'll take a break. When we come back, 2 down, 2 to go. And the Kings look good. What is your belief level? We'll talk next.
Kings insiders Frankie Cardoselli and Chris Watkins give you all things Kings on the return of the Roar podcast.
With these two sitting next to me now, certainly feel comforted.
You can sign up for free at
Sactownsports.com.
Hey, it's Carmichael, Dave, and listen, even though it may not feel like it sometimes, fall is officially here. The weather may be a little bit uncomfortable, too warm for me. 1 minute it's cool and raining. I love that. But the next day it's hot and sunny. What can make you comfortable inside, though, is knowing your AC and furnace will be working properly and efficiently for whatever temperature it is outside. Take advantage of American Energy's $49 AC or furnace 30-point tune-up today. Make sure you and your family are ready for the changing weather. 916-520-9990 or AmericanEnergyAir.com. Tell them Carmichael Dave sent you.
Folks, there's been some fumbles on the way to the big game, but he's been getting some help to get it done tonight. Here's the throw. And he's off to the races. He might go all the way. He's at the 30, the 20, the 10. Touchdown. He did it, folks. He did it.
Regain and optimize your sexual performance. Drug-free and surgery-free. The Gainswave treatment will help you get that bedroom touchdown. See what Dr. Dan Botha and his team at Gainswave can do for you. Visit gainswavecalgary.ca.
Anywhere fans go to cheer on their team, there are behind-the-scenes MVPs, ensuring everything is game day ready. We see you, Joe, fixing seats so every fan can enjoy every game. And Allie, who keeps her stadium running smoothly from the moment the first game starts to the last play of the season. At Grainger, you're our MVPs, and we're always here for you with supplies and solutions for every industry and 24/7 customer support. Call, click Grainger.com, or just stop by. Grainger, for the ones who get it done.
Kevin Harlan here from Monday Night Football on Westwood One. It's a big AFC West battle to wrap up Week 5 when Patrick Mahomes and the 3-1 Kansas City Chiefs take on Derek Carr and the 1-3 Las Vegas Raiders. Hall of Fame quarterback Kurt Warner and I will bring you all the action from Rockin' Arrowhead in Kansas City. Join us on Monday Night Football.
Get ready for the game with more details and preview at WestwoodOneSports.com.
Without the ones like you, who work tirelessly to keep things running, everything would suddenly stop. Hospitals, factories, schools, and power plants, they all depend on you. No matter the weather, emergency, or time of day, you're the ones who get it done. At Grainger, we're here for you 24/7 with supplies and solutions for every industry and access to product specialists ready to help. Call, click Grainger.com, or just stop by. Grainger, for the ones who get it done.
O'Reilly. Protect your vehicle's engine with Syntec and O'Reilly Auto Parts. Syntec Premium Full Synthetic Motor Oil is formulated for today's engines to dissipate heat and reduce friction and wear. Right now, get 5 quarts of Syntec Full Synthetic and a MicroGuard Select Oil Filter for just $33.99. Try Syntec today, exclusively at O'Reilly Auto Parts.
O'Reilly Auto Parts.
I'm in the great outdoors doing a little Dodge watching with Vince Bloom, the big guy at Lasher's Elk Grove Dodge. Would you look at that? You know, those are some pretty high-powered binoculars you got there, Vince.
Yeah, I use them to spot all the Lasher license plates out there.
Well, there's bound to be a lot because, you are the big guy after all, and the big guy's known for making great deals on new Ram 1500 Bighorns and Longhorns, Tradesmen and Laramies, crew cabs and quad cabs, 4x4s and 4x2s.
I know. Hold on. I see another one.
Another what? Looked like it might have been a new Dodge Challenger.
I think so.
Or a new Dodge Charger. Elk Grove Dodge sells a ton of those, you know. And new Durangos, Chrysler Pacificas, Jeep Cherokees, and the new Grand Cherokee, Jeep Compass, Gladiators, and Wranglers, and the all-new Wagoneer. I've heard Elk Grove Dodge has great deals on those, too.
Ah, he's taken off.
Oh, I'm sorry. You lose him?
Oh, no. Just another happy customer migrating back to Elk Grove Dodge.
No surprise there, because for over 40 years, the name Lasher means a great deal.
Only at Lasher's Elk Grove Dodge and the Elk Grove Auto Mall and online at elkgrovedodge.com.
It's the Carmichael Dave Show with Jason Ross.
That one big hit where you feel like you're really part of the team. And not that I don't feel like I'm part of the team by no means, but when you get that, that nice celebration coming in the dugout and getting your ass hammered by guys.
Whoa!
There's no better feeling than to have that done. And
no better feeling.
Out of context audio is just always my favorite.
That was out of context?
Matt Stairs. That was the aforementioned Matt Stairs.
Matt downstairs.
Right. Apparently it's Matt everybody else stairs.
that one big hit where you feel like you're really part of the team. And not that I don't feel like I'm part of the team by no means, but when you get that, that nice celebration coming in the dugout and getting your ass hammered by guys. There's no better feeling than to have that done.
Listen. There was a great philosopher that once said, if it makes you happy, it can't be that bad.
The Matt Stairs?
No, Cheryl Crow. 1-800-920-1140. 916-339-1140. Kings looked good yesterday.
They did. They really did.
I don't know what to do. And I'm not going to self-hate like normal. I'm going to enjoy things like this.
Top of the arc, now to Sabonis. Makes a full pivot at the three-point arc. Left angle. Sets the screen for Murray. Fires the three and hits it. Oh, that's textbook execution right there in that opening possession. And Murray showing a great touch on the left angle. That's the 6th three-pointer the Kings have made in 13 attempts. They extend the lead now to 34-19.
I'm going to enjoy this too.
Mitchell, the initiator on the right wing, now drives it in two-point range, plants in the paint, kicks it out. Murray's open, feet set. There's another three-pointer knocked down by the rookie. Sacramento has made 6 of their last 8 three-point attempts.
And there were a few.
Yeah, a lot more.
That would take the whole segment.
Here's my thought of seeing him in person last night. So the first game looked really good. Obviously, they destroyed the Lakers. And everybody has been talking about defense, trying to improve it.
Yes.
Watching it in person, it does look better. It really does. It looks like there's a focus there. We saw it happen twice last night, maybe. I mean, like a breakdown, timeout. Okay. That's Coach Brown's chance to hold people accountable and not necessarily embarrass, like, hey, Dave, you're the one that got straight line. I'm taking you out. It was, let's talk about this. Unacceptable. Let's correct it and let's go forward. So I feel like that part excites me the most. Like, they hit a bunch of shots yesterday. That's fun to see.
Yeah.
I don't know if that's always going to happen, but I think they have improved their shooting. The defense has to get better. That's a non-negotiable thing to me, that if it doesn't get better, then yeah, they have more talent, but are you going to win 37 games and be, hey, nice job, you're an 11th seed? Like, what is that?
Right.
You have to be better defensively. And right now, I think that's the most encouraging thing. Not the best defensive team, not saying that. It just looks better, but they got to sustain that when it really matters.
They have yet to have a team score over 100 in the preseason.
Okay.
94 for the Blazers, 75 for the Lakers. They beat the Lakers by 30. They beat the Blazers by 32. Excuse me. I think it's okay, and this is the tightrope. Because on one hand, you have, it's just preseason.
True.
And then on the other hand, you have, we're going to the chip.
Okay.
I think the truth of the matter is this. Yeah, it's preseason and it means nothing. And it was 4-0 last year plus the summer league. And we saw that, and the Kings still sucked, and they could still suck this year. Yet, you can also in a vacuum get excited that De'Aaron Fox's shot looks a bit better. It looks like Sabonis may have stretched himself a little bit in the offseason. We saw the work he put in. He took 2 threes, hit one of them. So, hey, 50%, I'll take that. Kevin Huerter, 100% can shoot the basketball. Malik Monk got into the game yesterday and still hasn't found his stroke yet, but that's still a guy that can hit. Terrence Davis, we've been waiting on that. Terrence Davis is like the quiet giant, 4 of 5 from behind the arc in 11 minutes, 14 points in 11 minutes for TD. You see that they have added shooting, like you said. You see Mike Brown. I like that. I hope that's just a preseason trying to dial you in thing. Like, you can't do that you can do that a couple times, but ultimately it's like the Phil Jackson thing. They're going to have to self-correct out there. But this looks like a very deep team. And it looks like a team that has improved their defensive concepts. So you can pick things up from that and be excited, I think, about that.
Yeah, I think what the preseason and maybe even summer league and other things, to me, what you want is almost to be backing up what you believe they've done. Yeah. So like when we see, and we're talking the day, of free agency and trading and getting Huerter and signing Malik Monk and then drafting Keegan Murray, we want to see that, hey, maybe Murray is going to be a nice fit. Well, so far that looks to be great. Monty says they've improved their shooting. Okay, it does look better. Coach Brown wants to hold this team accountable on defense. It looks like, a lot of the things they said that they believe they addressed look to be coming to fruition. Now, again, in the end, what does it all mean? But that you like that to back up what you believe you did. And I think right now they're doing that.
I think that's a really good way to put it. That so far, let me ask you this. Is there anything more that could be happening right now that would be going better?
I think the only thing, and this is if this was regular season, and it's not.
Right. And I'm saying in the preseason, they've blown out in both games. Everyone looks decent to good.
Yep.
The rookie looks amazing.
Yep. Coaching, game plan looks solid. Attention to detail is strong. Effort, competing, results.
Yeah.
Yeah, it looks great. And again, that's all you could do. You're right. Everybody might say it's preseason. 100% true.
Yes.
But all we can evaluate is what we've seen so far, and it has been impressive.
Of what we've seen so far, and you can only play the schedule in front of you. They've looked fantastic. And these same two teams will face off at the same place opening night in, 9 days?
Yeah.
9 days. Here's De'Aaron Fox on Keaton Murray.
I mean, watching film of him in college is different because he was so much bigger than, some guys. So a lot of his stuff was like post-ups and things like that. But the way he shoots the ball, like he said, you think every single shot that he shoots going in. And when he misses, it looked like it was going in. But you kind of watch and you look up and it's like, damn, he's got 16 already. And he has a steal and 4 rebounds. But yeah, I mean, he's very impressive with the way that he kind of just comes in and affects the game. And not even in like a big spectacular way, but he's very effective.
I was thinking of yesterday. So his first shot in the arena, like you're like in front of the, oh no, like he missed everything.
Brick. That's the biggest brick I've seen him shoot so far, including Summer League.
And then he had been so good, so perfect and flawless. You're like, oh boy, he made the next 5. All of them.
5 to 6.
And Fox is right. Like he he's a really good shooter amongst all the other things he does. He's a really good shooter.
I liked what Fox said. I thought that was really insightful. You look up, he led the team in scoring, and he had 16, and it was really quiet and really efficient. He's not forcing his shot. He's not doing things beyond his grasp. And on top of that, some of the stuff you see on defense that he does, it doesn't show up in the box score. Mm-hmm. It doesn't show up when he keeps his guy in front of him and the guy drives on him and his footwork is so fantastic that the guys give the ball up rather than score. It doesn't show up when he gets in the passing lane and either tips or alters the pass and somebody else gets the steal. It doesn't show up the little instinctual things he does just to, and sometimes, this, Jason, defense in the NBA is tough because the other guy's paid to score, and they will generally score a lot of the time. So much of defense is just a tiny disruption. Mm-hmm. The figurative poking him in the belly button, something to throw him off. And it just seems like if he doesn't out and out steal the ball, block the shot, he's doing something to disrupt his man's offense. And if all 5 can do stuff like that, they're going to be a very improved defensive team.
Yeah, and I think that's where the excitement lies. Now, again, I think the careful part of it is you laid it out earlier. It's like it's just preseason to we're going to the championship.
Right.
There's a lot of room in between.
Yes, there is.
And I think along the way, we'll see a lot of in between. There'll be that losing streak where we're going, man, I don't know that they're ever going to win. Right now, it looks like they're never going to lose.
Well,
now. But I mean, there's so much more to go.
I believe the last part. They are never going to lose. 82-0.
Still possible.
If they went 82-0 and got swept in the first round of the playoffs, disappointing year, yes or no?
Yes.
Okay. We'll take
great ride, though.
We'll take a break. Week 5 in the NFL is underway. Now, one question. Is the NFC East good?
Huh?
Yeah, we'll discuss that in the out.
You want more Kings coverage? You got it.
Tuesday, Wednesday, Saturday, Sunday basketball game and whatnot.
Give me more! Join Nick Cattles following the Kings and Lakers on Friday, October 14th for the very first edition of the Sactown Sports Kings Recap. Live on Sactown Sports' YouTube channel. The only place giving you live Kings coverage directly after every game.
Kings get the victory, and the celebration continues
on Sactown Sports, your home for Kings basketball.
Divorce becomes a reality. You need a partner that you can count on. If you're a man in this situation, consider contacting Cordell & Cordell. We've helped men navigate complex legal matters for 30 years.
Contact Cordell & Cordell to schedule an appointment with one of our firm's Sacramento area attorneys, a partner men can count on. 500 Capitol Mall, Suite 2060, Sacramento, California, 95814. Online at CordellCordell.com.
Individual rates, coverage offerings, and savings may vary. Subject to terms and conditions. Not available in all areas. Actual Pie customer.
As a small business, we're always looking for ways that we can offer the quality product and get some cost savings.
Meet Michelle from J.J. Pfister Distilling Company, a small business in California. When looking for workers' comp coverage tailored to the company's needs, she discovered Pie Insurance.
We heard about Pi Insurance being geared for a small business, gave Pi a call, and ended up switching.
Is your small business overpaying for workers' comp insurance? See how much you could save at trypi.com. Plus, with pay-as-you-go billing, your premium is based on your actual payroll, which means no additional bill if your business grows.
We saved about 30% off of our workers' comp insurance when we switched to Pi.
It's as easy as pie to get the savings you deserve. What are you waiting for? Ask your agent for Pi, or get a quote in 3 minutes at trypi.com. That's TRYPIE.com.
Life is full of choices. When buying a car, there's only one choice. Northern California's #1 Honda dealer, Stockton Honda. Choose from our great selection and get top dollar for your trade. Pre-order today in person, online, over the phone, with no contract and no deposit necessary. Then simply pick it up when it arrives.
Anytime, anywhere, it's all here. StocktonHonda.com.
Celebrate the start of the fall season with the official tire of Major League Baseball. Hankook Tire is offering up to $100 off on 4 of its most popular lines now through November 6th with its Grand Slam rebate. Get up to a $100 rebate on a select set of 4 passenger or light truck tires. Ask about Hankook's wide selection of trailer tires. See dealer for details. Radial Tire Service in Sacramento is your one-stop tire shop, providing their customers with excellent service for an affordable price. Don't wait. Come in and hit a Grand Slam with your tire game with the premium Hankook Tire Grand Slam rebate. Hankook, driving emotion.
This is an important notice to consumers facing $10,000 or more in credit card debt, medical bills, or other unsecured debt. You're not required to pay it all back because there are special programs now in effect that will significantly reduce the amount you will owe if you qualify. This is not bankruptcy or a debt consolidation loan. These programs, which the credit card companies like to keep secret, exist to aid American consumers struggling with overwhelming credit card debt by offering tremendous savings and real debt relief. Accredited Debt Relief has established a special hotline for you to call and learn what savings you qualify for. They've helped qualify consumers with over $1 billion in debt and are A+ rated with the Better Business Bureau. So don't wait. Get the relief you need during these hard economic times. For this free information, call the Accredited Debt Relief Hotline now. Call 800-902-5544. 800-902-5544. That's 800-902-5544.
Hello, Doug Christie here for the Good Feet store with a question for you. How do you like your job? Let me rephrase that. Are you glad you have a job and want to do your best at it? Well, I've got a terrific job, the best. But I know it could all be gone tomorrow. I've got to be at my very best so I can do my best every day. And I can't afford to let anything take me off my game. That includes sore feet or an aching back, even plantar fasciitis, the worst. If you lead an active lifestyle, play or work on your feet, come to the Good Feet store now for a free personalized arch support fitting and test walk. Don't settle for solutions that don't solve anything. Your Good Feet arch support specialist will personally fit you with that one pair just right for you, free. Then you can take them for a walk around the store or around the center to experience for yourself the comfort, balance, and support that is Good Feet. The Good Feet store in Sacramento, Roseville, Stockton, and Modesto, online at goodfeet.com.
Get what you want and pay over time when you use your Lowe's Advantage card. Now through October 26, 2022. Ask for 0% APR with 36 fixed monthly payments on a product installation or appliance purchase of $1,000 or more. Shop for the appliances you want in-store or online. Or go to the store nearest you for installation. Now at Lowe's. Offer subject to credit approval. Minimum monthly payments required. See store at Lowe's.com for details. U.S. only.
What did 9 out of 10 people who died from COVID have in common?
They were 50 or older.
And if you have a condition like heart disease or diabetes, your risk is even higher.
COVID vaccines lower the risk of death.
Get your updated vaccine now. It could save your life.
We can do this. Find updated COVID vaccines at vaccines.gov. Paid for by the U.S. Department of Health and Human Services.
Time to check out Coastside Medical Clinic, who's dedicated to providing breakthrough remedies for men.
KHTK AM and HD1 Sacramento, KYMX HD2 Sacramento.
From the Power Business Technology Toshiba Studios.
It's Sactown Sports 1140. Sactown Sports Headlines.
With your Sactown Sports headlines, I'm Jay Mars. The Kings have played 2 games in the preseason and now have 2 blowout wins.
Haley with a rebound, 5 seconds to dribble this one out. And the Kings will get their second victory in as many attempts in the preseason. Final score, 126-94.
Rookie Keegan Murray led the team in scoring off the bench with 16 points on 5 of 6 shooting from 3. The Kings are back in action on Wednesday in Phoenix to take on the Suns. The 49ers handled the Panthers with ease yesterday, taking down Carolina 37-15 to move into first place in the NFC West. It wasn't all good news for San Francisco as the injury bug continues to plague the Niners. Defensive stalwart Nick Bosa left the game with a hamstring injury, while cornerback Emmanuel Mosley and kicker Robbie Gould also exited the game early with injuries. The Raiders are in action tonight on Monday Night Football when they visit the Chiefs in Kansas City. Coverage begins at 4:45 on Sactown Sports. Those are your headlines. Back to the Carmichael Dave Show with Jason Ross.
It's the Carmichael Dave Show.
He's on the microphone. When he's not on the microphone, he's playing a song. And when he's not playing a song, he's on the microphone. And then boom.
With Jason Ross.
Jay, hey, my headset's
Text or call the show at 916-339-1140. It's the Carmichael Dave Show with Jason Ross on Sactown Sports 1140.
7 seconds to go. Giants by 5. Rodgers back to throw. Spins away from pressure. Under pressure again. Dances to his right. Now he gets hit from behind and gets whacked and fumbles the football. Recovered by the Packers, but that is it. Ball game over. The New York Giants have come to London and rang the bell of the Green Bay Packers, 27-22.
Jalen Hurts going under center, down close.
And he is under center. And he does sneak. And he pushes and shoves, and he's in for the touchdown. Eagles with a 2-touchdown lead. And they're going to give the ball to Pollard. He busts up the middle. He broke the tackle. Right to the 40. Chased from behind at the 30. Turns left at the 20. To the 10. To the 5. And Pollard with a house call. Touchdown, Tony Pollard.
No excuses in the National Football League. Everybody goes through it. Everybody goes through injuries. Everybody goes through downtimes. Everybody goes through a couple losses. I mean, that's just, if you can't handle that, probably not made to be in the National Football League.
It's a football guy quote right there. Brian Daboll, the coach of the New York Giants.
Coach of the year.
The NFC East. Now, listen.
The worst division of... Wait, what?
Yeah, wait. They still have the Daniel Snyder team in there, so they suck. But take them away because they're 1-4, and you're looking at a 13-2 division. The Eagles at 5-0, the Cowboys at 4-1, the New York Giants at 4-1, and Jason Ross, not week 5, but week 6. We've got for you on Sunday Night Football the Cowboys in Philly.
Oh, how about that? That's
Hanging
fun.
on the Eagles. Yeah.
Well, I'll remind everybody, Dave's Super Bowl pick, the Dallas Cowboys, which you felt badly after week 1.
Yeah.
Like Cooper Rush. And you were thinking about their offense, which I don't blame you. Their defense has been amazing. Nice win against the Rams.
Woof.
And that Sunday night game, all of a sudden, it's going to be fun.
That defense is very opportunistic.
Yeah.
And, I mean, 4-0 with Cooper Rush, 0-1 with Dak Prescott. Is it not that simple? No, it is not that simple. But it's one of the great things about the NFC East, or excuse me, the NFL in general, is everyone's got, you spend all year, they got this player and this thing, and there's no way that this player doesn't do this. And oh, my goodness. And then they play the games, and every single year, there's some surprising crap that happens. Last night, Baltimore took on the Bengals. The Ravens win. My wife and son and I were watching the game of 17-16 Bengals, and they got to like the 30-yard line. The Ravens did. This time was running. He's getting down. I said, okay, well, here, and she had Lamar Jackson in her fantasy.
Okay.
And I said, you might get a couple of runs, but I said, your night's over. We got into this conversation. I said, no. All John Harbaugh's you run the ball here.
Set it up for Tucker.
It's Tucker. And she goes, oh, my God, you're jinxing Justin Tucker. And then we started having fun because I'm like, you don't jinx. I'm telling you, he's
jinx-proof.
He's jinx-proof. Yeah. You cannot jinx Justin Tucker. And she goes, you jinx him. He's going to miss. And I got up and I started walking to the kitchen. I said, I'm not even going to watch. He's going to nail it. Like, trust me when I say you cannot jinx Justin Tucker. And guess what? You can't jinx Justin Tucker.
Justin Tucker, who has hit from 37 and 58 yards. This will be a 25-yard try from the left hash mark.
Okay, that was the one before that. Here, you can't jinx Justin Tucker.
Snap is good. Hold is down. Kick on the way. It is up. It is good. Time has expired, and the hay's in the barn.
The hay's in the barn.
The hay is in the barn.
Yeah.
She also asked me this, and Justin Tucker retires tomorrow. He's Hall of Fame, correct?
I believe so, actually.
I know they're not big on kickers being in the Hall of Fame.
I wish he had bigger playoff kicks, but he's been so good.
He had a post-game quote yesterday I'm going to play, and you don't hear kickers talk about it this way much, about things like being he calls himself a system kicker here. Right here.
I mean, I love it and I hate it and everything in between. It's, I'd be lying to you if I said every time I go out there, I'm not just a little bit nervous. I'm not thinking about, worst case scenario, but it's really important to me and to us to take, those 1.3 seconds between the snap, the hold, and the kick, and just focus on the nuts and bolts of what's going to make the kick. And my feelings don't matter. What matters is seeing the ball snapped with 12 o'clock laces from Nick Moore, seeing the ball spotted cleanly from Jordan Stout, his first career game-winning hold. And then from there, I'm just a system kicker. The ball kicks itself at that point.
I'm a system kicker.
I don't think the ball kicks itself.
I could save this for later, but I'd like to give you the following stat on Justin Tucker. So Next Gen Stats is a fantastic sports follow. The game-winning field goal crossed the upright with a Y coordinate of 26.52. What does that mean? That means,
what does that mean?
Okay, so that means that if you took the entire width of the field, in which the goalposts are in the exact center, and the center of the goalposts are supposed to be measured out to be the exact center of the field. As a matter of fact, the exact middle coordinate of the field, meaning dead center, 26.67. Justin Tucker's kick was 26.52.
He's way off.
The fact that he was a 10th of a point off
the dead center of the field of the upright.
I can't begin to explain in the proper words how stupid that is, but I'll try. Okay, so a yard is 3 feet. If the goalposts were a half a yard wide at dead center, the kick would have been good.
Mm-hmm.
If the goalposts were literally 1.5 feet, that's a ruler and 6 inches post to post, Justin Tucker made the kick from, what was it, 47?
47, yeah.
47. And I can't really describe this on the radio, but I'd invite you to go look. They then have this graph that shows how close to the center kickers are per year. Probably won't shock you that Justin Tucker is by far the most centrific, not a word, but you get my point. So I personally, Jason, believe, I don't know if the equipment.
Well, I think you coach differently if you've got that weapon, right?
I think you do, too.
You have to. It's like no one's 100% automatic, but he's close to that. And then you go, well, we'll try it. I remember last year when they tried that kick against Detroit, it was 66, whatever it was, and he made the NFL record. I'm like, what? How are you even trying this? Hits the crossbar and it goes through. He's just a different kind of weapon.
And I think they should get more. I think when you're a really good field goal kicker, you should get more credit. We were talking about Hall of Fame, and Justin Tucker's a Hall of Fame. He should be a Hall of Famer. I don't care that he's a kicker, but aren't kickers basically the equivalent? Would the closest comparison be relief pitchers? I'm searching.
Yeah,
for one.
because it's a lot of glory.
That's a lot of pressure.
A lot of blame. And it's funny that you say that, because when you were saying, Hall of Famer, he's about as automatic as it gets. It actually, as you said that, it was reminding me, or you can't jinx him. That's what it was.
Right.
It was reminding me of Mariano Rivera, the year he was so good, or he had been so good, and the stats are all showing, and then he gets to Game 7 against the Diamondbacks and gives up a hit that gives up the run. It's like, I still think about that of a Hall of Fame career, and it's still, his stats are still staggering. It's like, would Tucker be in a moment like that where, like, if he missed a big playoff kick, some people may hang on to that and you go, okay, how about all the hundreds of kicks he did make?
Did we ever find out who the one person was that didn't vote for him? Wasn't it one guy that didn't vote for him being a Hall of Famer?
Oh, I don't know. I'm sure it was out there.
Also, speaking of New York football, real quick, this happened like 1 second into the game.
Snap. Josh handles it. Back to throw. Pocket collapsing. Fires a deep one downfield. Looking for Gabe Davis. Makes the catch at midfield. He's going to sail into the end zone. Gabe Davis at the 20, at the 10. Touchdown. Holy mackerel. 98 yards. Touchdown. Gabe Davis on 3rd and 10 at their own 2. That's a way to start. Holy mackerel.
Two holy mackerels.
Yeah, 2 holy mackerels in that one. That happened right at the outside, as he said. It was 3rd down. There have been, 2 plays thus far. It was 1 minute and 4 seconds into the game. That happened in Buffalo, longest play of the year. And then in Cleveland, this happened.
Percent, 2nd down and inches, gives it to Chubb, runs near side right, he's got the first down, 40, 35, he's 30, 25, cut to the middle, 20, 15, 10, 5, he's gone, touchdown, Nick Chubb.
That happened 3 minutes into their game. I only bring that up. Nobody ever wants to hear fantasy stuff, but I think people like it when I'm getting my ass kicked. I'm watching the game, I'm still waking up, drinking coffee, doing my thing, whatever. That play happened, Josh Allen to Gabe Davis, and then red zone immediately goes to the Cleveland game, and Nick Chubb scores on a 41-yard run 3 minutes into that game. And I'm playing against Josh Allen, Gabe Davis, and Nick Chubb.
The trio.
I was literally down 57-0.
And it's 10:05.
Yeah, it's like 10:05. It's like, well, that's the weekend.
Yeah.
About time.
Did you come back?
I didn't, Jason, but I will tell you this, and you never know. Stranger things have happened. Actually, stranger things have never happened. But in my one league, I'm getting my Matt Stairs kicked in. If I can get 69 points,
nice.
Out of Devontae Adams, I win.
Possible.
And in my other league, if I can get 54 points combined out of Travis Kelce and Patrick Mahomes.
Actually, is that possible?
No, because
just scoring is.
Just to give you an idea of the scoring, Josh Allen in this league had 21 points. In the other league,
his day yesterday.
Yeah, exactly. The other one, he had 54. This is a dumb league with dumb scoring, but I like it. We'll take a break. When we come back, all righty, we got 3 for Madness, a new deal in LA, baseball playoffs, and the Draymond Green saga. 7:27 Kings talk. We got Kings, Niners all day long, all second half. 3 Fers next.
You want more Kings coverage? You got it.
Tuesday, Wednesday, Saturday, Sunday basketball game and whatnot.
Give me more! Join Nick Cattles following the Kings and Lakers on Friday, October 14th for the very first edition of the Sactown Sports Kings Recap. Live on Sactown Sports' YouTube channel. The only place giving you live Kings coverage directly after every game.
Kings get the victory, and the celebration continues
on Sactown Sports, your home for Kings basketball.
Things are heating up at West Coast Audio of Galt for their huge one-year anniversary blowout sale. It's their one-year anniversary sale. Get to West Coast Audio of Galt this Thursday, Friday, and open till midnight on Saturday and save up to 70%. Kicker or Fosgate subwoofers are buy one, get one free starting at $99. Kenwood double-din in-dash touchscreen DVD players with Bluetooth are just $199 while supplies last. West Coast Audio of Galt will window tint your entire car or truck for only $99. Front door included. Most cars. 200-watt high power with Bluetooth MP3 players are just $39. Remote start alarm with two-way paging starting at $149 with lifetime warranty. Get to West Coast Audio of Galt this Thursday, Friday, and Saturday for their huge one-year anniversary blowout sale. Get incredible savings. Up to 70%. Financing available up to 36 months. Your job is your credit.
3 questions, 3 answers. It's 3 for Madness on the Carmichael Dave Show with Jason Ross. Question 1.
Coming up next in about 13 minutes. Kings look better. How excited are you getting? How excited? Are we tempering the excitement or saying, screw it, let's go, I'm all in? Kings all the way, baby.
Eat you up.
Right now, it's 3 for Madness. J. Mars, question 1.
Speaking going all in, give me your thoughts on Rob Pelinka getting a contract extension with the Lakers.
It's possible that the worst ownership, competency-wise, in the NBA is, in fact, Jeannie Buss's Lakers. Here's my case. I think Rob Pelinka has done the least with the most of any GM in the league. Think about it. LeBron James literally came there for free. Not money-wise, but they had to give up they got the best player in the NBA for nothing. They had to give up 0 talent. They paid him just like 29 other teams would have paid him. So that's one. He just, hey, I want to play for you. Can I play? Okay, sure. Come on in. That's number 1. Number 2, Anthony.
Kermit the GM?
Yeah. I guess so. Number 2, Anthony Davis forces his way there. Now, granted, they had to give up Brandon Ingram and a bunch of stuff.
Ton of assets.
They got it. They willingly signed Russell Westbrook. They put a massive clown show around LeBron the first year he was there. They got the bubble title. You got to hand it to them. They got the bubble title, but also look at who they've drafted under Rob Pelinka. He point to anything he's done right. You can say, well, he got the title. Okay, cool. Here's what I would say. Put Monty McNair in LA in the front office for the last 6 years. Put Rob Pelinka in the Kings front office for the last 6 years. I contend Rob Pelinka would be fighting with Vlade Divac over who's the worst GM. And the fact that the Lakers voluntarily locked this guy up, whereas the Kings have Monty on a lame duck deal, it really, to me, speaks to the ineptitude and weird ways of both franchises.
I will say this. I think, well, didn't Pelinka draft Ingram and Ball?
Pelinka did draft Ingram, but he drafted Ball number 2.
Okay. But still, I think those assets got him Anthony Davis, helped get him Anthony Davis.
But how much of that was Pelinka drafting versus Magic Johnson coming in and saying, no, this is who we're taking?
I mean,
because Pelinka was the GM, but Magic Johnson made the decisions.
I mean, I don't know that.
Yeah.
I just know that Brandon Ingram, great pick at 2. I look at and again, I'm trying to fill a narrative here, so of course I'm going to be biased, but anyone was going to pick Ingram 2. He was the 2 pick. It was like Fox at 4. Like, I don't give Vlade credit, or Fox at 5. 4. 5. I don't give Vlade credit for that. I give Phoenix uncredit for drafting Josh Jackson before.
Uncredit.
But it's just Pelinka's done, in my opinion.
Yeah.
And by the way, bring Anthony Davis and LeBron James to the Kings, and guess what? Monty's going to look really good too. I would look good as a G. I'm not joking when I say, Jason, like, I honest to God, I'm not joking. I think you would have done as good a job, or Jay Mars would have done as good a job, or better than Rob Pelinka. He's a former player agent. That's how he got in there. Jeannie Buss, God bless her, she has no idea what she's doing. Yeah. She has which is weird because she was raised in the business.
Yeah.
She's a terrible owner.
Here's the one thing I would say, I don't even care about defending them. I don't think I am. Sure. I think the job is difficult, not because it's the Lakers. I think it's because you've added LeBron, you've added AD, you traded for Westbrook. They have no room to do anything. Like, they've been trying to get Buddy Hield for 2 years.
Yes.
They're trying to move Russell Westbrook. They can't because his contract is awful. But he's a part of that. Now, here's the only thing I like of what the Lakers have done. The only thing. Ham and Pelinka, I don't know if that's going to work, but they're lined up together. What a concept.
Right.
Kings do the same thing.
That's why.
That's where they won, to me.
As an organization, to me, it's hilarious that you aren't firing Rob Pelinka, much less giving him an extension, which is the right move for the culture to stabilize your GM, to your point. Meanwhile, Monty McNair's done 10 times the job of Rob Pelinka, and the Kings have him on a lame duck. So, again, it's even though these two franchises, there's that rivalry there, it's a great example of the fact that it doesn't matter. You can draft well, you can get lucky in the draft, you can have a great year, you can win a title like the Lakers do, you can get Keegan. The ineptitude of ownership will always, always, always rear its ugly head at some point. I think I'm more mad about Monty not being signed than I am at Rob Pelinka being signed. To be honest with you, as a Kings fan, I hope they sign him to a 20-year deal. Keep Rob Pelinka for life.
Also, him and Pelinka, great on sourdough.
Oh, wonderful on sourdough. You can get that down at the deli downtown. Number 2.
Question 2.
Which team had the worst exit so far for the 4 eliminated from the MLB postseason?
Okay, so worst is I will say the team that I think had the saddest exit the Cardinals.
Because of who's leaving?
Because listen, Albert Pujols retiring is a tidal wave of era ending.
Yeah.
You throw Molina on top of that,
who might honestly be more beloved in St. Louis.
I think he is.
This is his whole career.
And he's been there for everything. And that is like it's like Molina is the St. Louis version of Buster Posey. I think almost exactly.
By the way, is it beloved or beloved?
I think either way is okay.
Okay,
I've heard
good.
both.
That's accepted?
No, I've heard
All right.
both. I've heard
After
beloved
I said
and
it,
I've
I
heard
wasn't
beloved.
sure.
Nope, I've heard both.
Okay.
And then Albert Pujols is huge.
Yeah, just an icon.
Yeah. So for me, seeing the way that went
Wainwright.
out,
Don't forget Wainwright.
Oh, is Wainwright done?
officially done?
I didn't know that
think
was official.
Well, at least the three of them are done together.
Yes.
Okay. I didn't know if he was. I didn't know if that was official or not. Either way, yeah. End of eras
That is
there.
sad.
So that was a little sad.
Yeah, I'm going to go Mets, and it's the totality. Like I said it earlier, I think the Mets are going to be fine because they're going to spend money. They're going to find the ways to stay this relevant. It's the way it finished because they had the chance to be ahead of the Braves, to be in the bye, to avoid this situation. But, okay, you win 101 games. You play the 89-win Padres. You're at home, and Max Scherzer gets rocked in game one. DeGrom saves the season.
in game one.
DeGrom saves the season. Then you get basically one hit by the Padres for most of that game yesterday, and that's a rough way to go out as a 101 win team.
Yes, it is. Yeah, they'll be back, like you said.
Yeah.
Number 3.
Question 3.
Draymond Green is taking some time away from the Warriors. When should he come back?
No, I don't know. He's gotta do what makes things right.
We just won a championship. In 9 days, 10 days, there will be a ring ceremony. My family will be here. His family will be here. I'm sure they'll be here. And quite frankly, that's an elephant in the room. That's something that, it's weird, and on a night where it should be celebration and love, and it still will be, but there is like this dark cloud in the room, and I caused that, so I apologize to his family and just what they've had to deal with over the course of the last 24 to 48 hours, and I will do what I have to do to make that right.
Question is, can he?
Take him to Sizzler.
That works.
Well, your question was, when should he come back? The day after the ring ceremony. That's when he should come back.
Not during.
Nope. No. Number
so
one.
That's his punishment team, but I don't know. What's the thought behind it?
Is there an update on how Jordan Poole's doing?
Well, he had a great game last night. You mean mentally, physically, emotionally? I don't know, but I know this. I know that the more I think about this, I'm really enjoying Incel Nation in the comments of a lot of these tweets. Are like, oh, what? Be a man, men fight. Be a man. Yeah, we get it, bro. We really get it. But this isn't two guys squaring off on the street. There's a whole list of things behind this, and we've heard some. There's a wonderful article in The Athletic about this. We've heard other players weigh in. Steven Jackson, I thought, did really well on this too. Had some great points. You don't do that in that situation.
Mm-hmm.
And this isn't Draymond's first transgression. I understand what he means to the Warriors. I do.
Mm-hmm.
He's had a ring ceremony before. He's had a couple. I think. Listen, you can come up with a lot of punishments, but one would be, dude, we'll see after the ring ceremony. You go away from the team. We're going to let Jordan and his family enjoy this. I'm sorry your family's coming. Sucks for you. And that's something that's actually going to hurt Draymond Green. I think that would actually really, really hurt him. And good, because he should be hurt. This should be a thing. By the way, I don't think this gets fixed. I don't think this one gets fixed.
Yeah, I think, I always try to put it into the shoe. So you and I have a pre-show situation.
Mm-hmm.
It turns to a push and then a punch. How are we ever the same?
We're not.
How?
We're not.
And I think things can escalate. Like if we just saw both pushed each other, let's just say. It's like, and we hear the clickbait, Warriors get into it in practice. You're like, okay.
Yeah.
But they didn't. A punch is almost like that's the line.
But
like we went too far, and it's like, I know I can push Dave. He's going to push me back, but we're going to be good.
We're going to be good.
But the second you swing I swing, we're done.
Too far. Oh, and by the way, there's video, and everyone's seen.
The public is.
Everyone has seen you punch me and me getting knocked to the floor, and now it's embarrassing for me. And why didn't I have to hear people ask, why did I not man up and do something? Oh, I got clocked. I got decked.
Because he wasn't expecting.
Yeah, exactly. Different scenario, by the way. But I also can't help thinking that this is like the second biggest. I kept thinking of Will Smith and Chris Rock, and not about the situation,
right?
But about the fact that Will Smith's apologizing to Chris Rock's family and all this stuff. Like, there are some similarities there, and it just sucks that it exists. I don't think Draymond comes back from this one with the Warriors. I could be wrong. I really, really don't. We'll take a break. Is it a genuine improvement or more of a setup for a big disappointment sandwich? We'll look at game 2 of the preseason with the Kings next.
When it comes to the Kings, nobody has you covered like we do.
All right, so we're here with Rashawn Holmes.
Definitely been in the gym like crazy than I ever been in my career. So I'm in the best shape that I've probably ever been in. And I've just been working on the things they need me to work on, stretching the floor, ball handling, decision-making, things of that sort. And I'm really, really confident in the work I put in this summer.
The best Kings talk, the flagship.
Hey, Sacramento, it's Rashawn Holmes, and you listening to the home of the Sacramento Kings, Sactown Sports.
Your local sports leader.
Sacramento weather is brought to you by Sacramento County Voter Registration and Elections.
I'm Tamara Berg in the KCRA 3 Weather Center. Your Monday forecast, it's going to start out nice and cool for the morning. Into the afternoon, though, you don't need the layers. Temperatures expected to hike today into the upper 80s to low 90s. Get the latest forecast on the KCRA 3 News and the KCRA 3 app.
The next election is November 8th. Vote centers open October 29th. Vote early and vote by mail. Learn more at elections.saccounty.gov or call toll-free 800-762-8019.
This is for the men who never settle, the ones who miss the fairway all day and still pull out the big stick, the type of guys who will always prefer to be behind the grill than in front of the camera, and the men who never let their friends forget about a high school nickname. This is the Lodge mentality. This is Twin Peaks.
Who wants to settle for a single TV? With more TVs, bigger screens, plus our fabulous scenic views, there's more to watch at Twin Peaks.
It all started with a group of cowboys who broke from the mold and wanted more. 30 years later, the ride continues, and the professional bull riders have never been more rank. Join the top bull riders in the world and celebrate 30 years with 3 huge nights this February 3rd through 5th at the Golden One Center in downtown Sacramento. Tickets go on sale this Monday at 10 a.m. through Ticketmaster.com with a Golden One Center box office. Don't be a... Join the PBR live at the Golden One Center this February 3rd through 5th.
Folks, there's been some fumbles on the way to the big game, but he's been getting some help to get it done tonight. Here's the throw. And he's off to the races. He might go all the way. He's at the 30, the 20, the 10, touchdown. He did it, folks. He did it.
Regain and optimize your sexual performance, drug-free and surgery-free. The GainsWave treatment will help you get that bedroom touchdown. See what Dr. Dan Botha and his team at GainsWave can do for you. Visit GainsWaveCalgary.ca.
Yeah, we're a sports family. 2-a-day practices with muddy gear, driving in all kinds of weather to get to away games, and of course, the gravel parking lots. Oh, and did we mention kids? So you can imagine what our car looks like, except it doesn't. We're big fans of defying expectations. So we go to Quick Quack and shine like all our kids' trophies. Go for the win yourself and head to Quick Quack for a shine that lets you defy expectations.
Hey, it's Carmichael, Dave. You know, it's amazing how the housing market has shifted so quickly over the last few months, and having the right mortgage company on your side is crucial in this ever-changing market. We've got just that lender. Of course, it's my guy Shelby at United Wholesale Lending. You can check him out at refinancewithshelby.com. Shelby's team, well known in the real estate market, from real estate agents, title companies, appraisal companies. That makes all the difference. United Wholesale Lending will even get your offer fully underwritten and approved up front so you can compete with the cash offers. They're local, fast, and competitive. Even with rates rising slightly from their record lows, there's been an increase in inventory. The market is shifting from a seller's market to a buyer's market. Buyers now have the opportunity to shop for the home that's right for them instead of settling for what was available. The team at United Wholesale Lending can pre-approve you over the phone in under 15 minutes without even running your credit. RefinanceWithShelby.com. That's RefinanceWithShelby.com. NLS number 279051, BRE number 01864354.
Time to check out Coastside Medical Clinic, who's dedicated to providing breakthrough remedies for men.
Sactown Sports Headlines.
With your Sactown Sports Headlines, I'm Jay Mars. The Kings have played 2 games in the preseason and now have 2 blowout wins.
Hayden with a rebound, 5 seconds to dribble this one out. And the Kings will get their second victory in as many attempts in the preseason. Final score, 126-94.
Rookie Keegan Murray led the team in scoring off the bench with 16 points on 5 of 6 shooting from 3. The Kings are back in action on Wednesday in Phoenix to take on the Suns. The 49ers handled the Panthers with ease yesterday, taking down Carolina 37-15 to move into first place in the NFC West. It wasn't all good news for San Francisco as the injury bug continues to plague the Niners. Defensive stalwart Nick Bosa left the game with a hamstring injury, while cornerback Emmanuel Mosley and kicker Robbie Gould also exited the game early with injuries. The Raiders are in action tonight on Monday Night Football when they visit the Chiefs in Kansas City. Coverage begins at 4:45 on Sactown Sports. Those are your headlines. Back to the Carmichael Dave Show with Jason Ross.
They've been here for a combined 50 years. The Carmichael Dave Show with Jason Ross on Sactown Sports 1140.
Now he gives back to Fox in the left angle. Sabonis sets the pick. Fox for 3. Barely ripples the netting. And the Kings take their first lead. They're on top by 1 at 7-6. 15 on the shot clock. Inbounds pass to Harrison Barnes. Gives it up to Sabonis. Back to the basket. Left elbow. Backdoor cut. Barnes turns for the reverse. Had it blocked. Gets it back. Gives to Sabonis. Drives to the rim and scores a 3-point opportunity. Sabonis now looking for some help from the right elbow. Finds Harrison Barnes, eludes the defender, wiggles his way inside, kicks it out to Murray, swings it over to Sabonis, steps into a straightaway 3, and scores it. Took a high bounce off the heel of the rim and settled in. 13 points for Sabonis. Willard working against Tuckpella. Isolated, drives. Rejected by Alex Len. What a great weak side help on that block. Here comes Monk in transition. Kicks to the left corner. Terrence Davis is in. Gives to Lynn. Rip it home, big fella.
Just a reminder, by the way, Alex Len's given name is Alexi. Okay. Want to remind you that. And number 2, I think a lot of people forget about this. Alex Len was number 5 pick.
That's right.
In the 2013 draft. Picked number 5. This is a lot of interesting stuff here. First and foremost, as I was going down this list of highlights, just playing a little grouping there. It was Fox, it was Sabonis, then Alex Len at the end. But I saw a couple of Harrison Barnes ones, and I didn't play them. And as these are playing, I go, you know what? This might be the first. There is an outside chance that this is the first time since the Warriors that Harrison Barnes has been the 4th option.
Mm-hmm.
Not the first, not the second, not the third.
Because when he went to Dallas, he was there was a season and a half. He was their leading scorer.
He was the guy.
Yeah.
And it's like asking, trying to think of the right analogy without insulting Harrison, because I don't mean any disrespect. It's just that you're asking somebody to do something that they are probably not cut out for. Great player, great human, but he's best as okay, we've got to double this guy. And if we don't double this guy, we got to double this guy. We got to scheme for these guys. Oh, look, there's Harrison Barnes over in the corner, a wide open 3.
Yeah.
Great.
Well, and that's where between the depth that helps Barnes and Herter and Murray and all the guys, I also like what it puts on their 2 best offensive players, Sabonis and Fox. I thought they were extremely efficient. And if it can be easier for De'Aaron to get, what did he get yesterday? 14 in 21 minutes instead of, heavy work to get 25. I just think that's going to help him, hopefully help him focus more on the defensive end too. I like that they've got a lot of different players that can score. That's on the offensive side. Now, certainly if they could keep working on like they have on the defense, that's good. That's going to give this team some legitimate chance to be good.
It's a different sport. It's a different situation. But let's go back to the football segment we had earlier. A lot of football to go. But the reason why the Dallas Cowboys excited me from just an NFL standpoint, and I think the reason really why they're undefeated, they're 4-0 under Cooper Rush, no disrespect to him, they finally figured out that you have to have defense. You cannot have an amazing offense and not play defense. That you are not going to have a good time. Different sport, I understand that, but the Kings don't have to be top 10 in defense. If I will tell you this right now, if the Kings are plus or minus a place or 2 from 15th, if they're just literally average in defense, they're going to make the playoffs.
Yeah.
Not the play in the playoffs.
Right.
If they're average, God forbid they're beyond that And so much of that is we talked about throughout the years is just it's attitude and philosophy.
Yeah.
Because they have no stoppers. They have Davion Mitchell, above average. KZ Okpala, definitely above average, if not better, by the way. Fox, Barnes, Sabonis. Keegan Murray looks like he could be above average. These are not defensive stoppers, so they got to do it with team defense.
Yeah, and you know what a common thing to say is about the Kings, and I get it because of their failures for 16 years. More times than not, I'm hearing when people talk about the Kings in the grand scheme of things, they go, yes, they look better, but they're in the Western Conference. How do they do it?
Right.
My counter to that would be this, not that the Kings can do it because it hasn't been as much of the Western Conference has been too good for the Kings. The Kings have been good enough for the Western Conference.
Sure.
Let's look at the last couple of years. 34 wins last year would have got them the play-in. 34. The year before, now they only played 72. 33 was the number, still below 500. The year before that, the 8th place team or the 10th place team was below 500. The last time the Kings had their best record was 39 wins. That would have been 9th. That would have been a play-in team. And that year, the 8th seed was 48. That's a year where the Western Conference was too good for them.
Yeah.
That's 4 years ago. The last 3 years, the door has been left open for them. They have not taken advantage of it. So I don't know where it will be this year, but I think that phrasing of, well, the Western Conference is too good. The bottom hasn't been, and the Kings haven't held up their end of the bargain.
No, they have not. And I will tell you this, in all the analysis we hear in and out, and people, could they make the playoffs this year? Could they make the play-in this year? I will tell you this. And there's a lot of conjecture and a lot of philosophy, and a lot of garbage, but there's very few solid numbers. I'm going to take you back to April 21st, 1951. The Rochester Royals won the championship, right? And in fact, Jay's wearing the shirt right now, as a matter of fact, today. The Rochester Royals.
He was at the game.
He was at the game. They won the championship. Do you know what happened the following February?
I do not.
Queen Elizabeth started her reign.
Yeah. Are you connecting dots?
Now, I'm not blaming Her Majesty. No, I was a huge fan of. But all I'm saying is this. The Kings won their one championship and have not won one since. Oh, and coincidentally, Queen Elizabeth reigned over England from 1952 to 2022. I can't think of a bigger sign.
Yeah.
Go bet the money right now.
How do you explain 99 to 06? Now, they didn't win a championship.
They didn't.
But about 2 to 3 of those years, they were championship caliber.
They screwed around with the cute playoffs.
Okay, that's
cute.
cute.
Little
It was,
play. He's
it was so cute.
Put up a little banner for the Pacific Division.
Are you excited?
No.
Do you want to? No,
Yeah.
I know you want to be. That's
I
not
want
the
to
fair.
be.
Are you seeing things to get you there? Because I feel like you're holding back because of 16 years, which
Yes.
is more than understandable.
Yes. I'm holding back because of 16 years.
Yeah.
I'm holding back because they were 4-0 last year. I'm
Yeah.
holding back because you and I both know at this time last year, you and I were sitting here and we were going, actually, listen, Davion Mitchell coming in. I mean, that's a defensive guy. Darren's going to have an amazing year.
Yeah.
Tyrese Halliburton is going to develop. And
I'll wear it. I was guaranteed. They had the playoffs for sure.
I was with you.
I thought there would be a decent amount of games over 500.
I was with you. I think everybody felt that way. And, and then the way they started out, by the way, not only did they start out, not getting killed, but they actually, and let me just take you back, they won that opener in Portland.
Mm-hmm.
Oh my God. That was by the way, was that, I feel like that was the peak. Did it get any crazier, or was it when they were 2-2 after the New Orleans win?
When did they beat Phoenix? Didn't they get a buzzer beater against the Suns?
So it was
Harrison
110-107 in Phoenix. Here's how they beat Utah, or beat Portland. Then the next game against Utah, they lost by 9, but it was a really good game. Then they lost to Golden State by 12, a good game. Then they go to New Orleans and they win. They go to Phoenix and they won. And I think that's where people got really excited.
That one, and I would say that the peak might have been, it was still early when they ran Charlotte out of the gym at home to go to 5-4.
140 to 110. That's right.
Charlotte was early. I must watch. This team is so much fun. And the Kings played to their pace and just annihilated them.
And then they lost 8 of 9.
Yeah.
And was last year the year? Wait, which was the year
The one prior, 2 9-game losing streaks.
Yeah, that's right. They lost 8 of 9. And then January 16th, they were 18-27. February 2nd, they were 18-34. Yeah, that's what happened. So,
yeah.
And you know what? Here's the thing as we go to break. Again, you feel this way, you hold back. What are you going to not get excited when they actually do? All it does is protect you. All I'm doing is I'm protecting you. The fall's not going to hurt as bad if you're on the first rung of the ladder. You know what I'm saying? You're on the top of the ladder waving your pom-poms and you fall down, you're going to break a bone or two. But there are some things that look encouraging. There are things that look really encouraging. We'll take a break.
Sound off.
Second win in a row for the Niners, but it came with a cost. Let's look at the win over Carolina and what it cost that team next.
The place to tell you if the 49ers are contenders or pretenders.
It's a pretty big deal. I've been a fan of the 49ers since, 84.
Your home for 49ers news and talk. Sactown Sports, your local sports leader.
For 74 years, the Keys family from Naturewood Home Furnishings has been serving families just like yours and mine. Hi, I'm Frank LaRosa with Golf to Go. The Naturewood team takes great pride and significant effort to offer Northern California families a vast selection of home furnishings, most of which are made right here in this country. The kitchen table, which we purchased so many years ago, speaks to the enduring quality of the Naturewood product lines. We treasure memories made seated around that table with family and friends for birthday celebrations, school projects, and, many late-night meals when the day just got away from us. Naturewood has provided thousands with home furnishings that not only last for generations, but also lead to everlasting memories of cherished times. Visit Naturewood Home Furnishings now during their 74th anniversary sale and get started making your own brand of memories. Meet the Keys family at Naturewood Home Furnishings, off Highway 50 at Hazel. Look for the water wheel.
Hey, it's Carmichael, Dave, and listen, even though it may not feel like it sometimes, fall is officially here. The weather may be a little bit uncomfortable, too warm for me. 1 minute it's cool and raining. I love that. But the next day it's hot and sunny. What can make you comfortable inside, though, is knowing your AC and furnace will be working properly and efficiently for whatever temperature it is outside. Take advantage of American Energy's $49 AC or furnace 30-point tune-up today. Make sure you and your family are ready for the changing weather. 916-520-9990 or AmericanEnergyAir.com. Tell them Carmichael Dave sent you.
Rich Eisen from Monday Night Football on Westwood One here. AFC West action coming up from Kansas City when Patrick Mahomes and the 3-1 Chiefs host Derek Carr and the Las Vegas Raiders coming off their first win of the season. Kevin Harlan and Hall of Famer Kurt Warner will have the call on air or on the free live stream sponsored by AutoZone. Join us on Monday Night Football.
Get ready for the game with more details and preview at WestwoodOneSports.com.
Football season is underway, so now is the perfect time to download FanDuel, America's #1 sportsbook. Because right now, new customers get a no-sweat first bet up to $1,000. That's free bets back. If your first bet doesn't win, just sign up with the promo code WIN. FanDuel has all your favorite bets from the money line to point spreads to player props. So sign up today with promo code WIN for your no-sweat first bet. Make every moment more this season with FanDuel, an official sportsbook partner of the NFL.
Must be present in state where lawful to wager. 21 plus in select states. First online real money wager only. Refund issued as non-withdrawable free bets that expire in 14 days. Restrictions apply. See terms at sportsbook.fanduel.com. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER. Visit fanduel.com/RG. Colorado, Iowa, Michigan, New Jersey, Pennsylvania, Illinois, Virginia. 1-800-NEXT-STEP or text NEXT-STEP to 53342. Arizona 1-800-789-7777 or visit ccpg.org/chat. Connecticut 1-800-9-WITH-IT. Indiana, Kansas 1-800-522-4700 or visit ksgamblinghhelp.com. Louisiana 1-877-770-STOP. New York 1-877-8-HOPE-NY or text HOPE-NY 467-369. Tennessee Redline 1-800-889-9789. Wyoming, West Virginia 1-800-522-4700 or visit 1-800-GAMBLER.net.
Get what you want and pay over time when you use your Lowe's Advantage Card. Now through October 26, 2022. Ask for 0% APR with 36 fixed monthly payments on a product installation or appliance purchase of $1,000 or more. Shop for the appliances you want in-store or online. Or go to the store nearest you for installation. Now at Lowe's. Offer subject to credit approval. Minimum monthly payments required. See store Lowe's.com for details. U.S. only.
What did 9 out of 10 people who died from COVID have in common?
They were 50 or older.
And if you have a condition like heart disease or diabetes, your risk is even higher.
COVID vaccines lower the risk of death.
Get your updated vaccine now. It could save your life.
We can do this. Find updated COVID vaccines at vaccines.gov. Paid for by the U.S. Department of Health and Human Services.
Stimulating conversation about kitchen gadgets and baseball cards.
I think that's really crazy interesting.
It's the Carmichael Day Show with Jason Ross on Sactown Sports 1140.
Matt Barrows will join us today. I played that for a reason. My daughter, who is freshly 15, will not shut up, which is normal for a 15-year-old daughter. She will not stop spamming me about something called Fat Bear Week. If you don't know, Fat Bear Week, no, that's not what you're thinking. Fat Bear Week is a March Madness-style popularity contest for Katmai National Park's now famous brown bears. It got its start 8 years ago as a fun way to promote the park and its bears. Since then, the event has grown into something of a pop culture phenomenon. The annual bracket competition culminates in a top bear being crowned on Fat Bear Tuesday. Takes place on October 11th of this year. Fans campaign for their favorite bears. They make their case through passionate pitches and campaign posters. And the tournament is meant to celebrate healthy, fat bears right before hibernation. What a great story. What a great idea. And of course, because this is the world we live in, I'm not saying it just because it's so fun and great. Nope, there's a twist. No, the bears not like get shot or something. Everyone chill. I think that's where I'm going. Apparently, there is a fat bear scandal. Somebody has been spamming the votes, and there was a whole program, and they found it, and there was...
Do we need a recount?
They did do a recount, and as of right now, Bear 747 is up on Bear 435, 37 to 30,000 votes.
Wow. So you're saying the election was stolen?
Stop the count.
Yeah.
Now, the bear that got 30,000 votes to 37,000, and the bear has decided to challenge the election. Yeah. And there are several other bears that are looking for, let's just say, alternate electors to try to win the Fat Bear contest.
Gotcha. Mm-hmm. I so badly this weekend when Sac State was playing Northern Colorado, who are the Bears, wanted to do that. There's a bear.
Oh, my goodness.
It's a bear.
How did that not happen?
I should have.
Sac State 5-0.
Yes.
Sac State looking amazing.
So far, so good.
Also, as we get into the Niners, and again, Matt Barrows next, I want to shout out our good friend Tom Morton from Hagen Oaks.
Mm-hmm.
I want to shout him out because over the weekend, the Capital Cup happened. This is something that won't be, covered everywhere. Capital Cup happened. He was a captain. His team won. A lot of people in Taro plays in there. A lot of people we know plays in there. By the way, it was up at Winchester, my course. Nobody asked me.
No invite for you. You could have just gone.
Yeah, no invite at all. Didn't ask me to play. Here's the bottom line. Here's why I'm talking about it. Not only are they good people, $3.7 million raised for charity.
That's
over
fantastic.
The weekend. All right. The Niners won their second straight. This was a very workmanlike. I don't know. Did you ever feel like this one was in doubt after the?
No.
Yeah.
No. This is exactly the way it needed to go. Besides the injuries, because you thought they were the better team. They looked like the better team, and they just needed to get out of there with the W.
Baker Mayfield had a tough day.
Baker out of the shotgun, four-man pressure. Throws too high, intercepted by Emmanuel Mosley, running back the other way. Cuts inside, 10, 5, Mosley, touchdown! San Francisco!
Feels great, baby.
No, well, he'd already told us that it got picked. Jeff Wilson Jr.
Jimmy under center. Juszczyk ahead of Wilson. They give it to Wilson off the right side. Touchdown, San Francisco!
It's just funny how sometimes Greg's more like, I love his call so much. Then finally, how about Tevin Coleman? Mm-hmm. Not one, but two on the
Garoppolo under center. He falls down as he runs the toss to Coleman, trying to get wide. Tevin is in for a 49er touchdown. Touchdown, San Francisco.
San
Francisco. I've said it so many times.
He's just getting it out of the way. Cool little graphic there, too. Not graphic. They were talking about this, how Al Shanahan, son of Mike Shanahan, they were showing him, it looked like a Christmas party or something, but they were like little tiny kids hanging out with Ed McCaffrey's kid, Christian. And then they're, lining up on the sidelines next to each other, just how deep all of that goes. It's a great win for the Niners. I think any win is a great win for the Niners. And Kyle Shanahan thought they were better offensively.
I thought there was a number of things we missed on offense today, but I thought just the plays that the guys made, just whether it was Juwan there, it was Tevin on another third down, George on I believe the first third down of the game, a number of throws Jimmy made on third down. I thought the guys made a ton of plays, and that's why it ended up looking good.
Jimmy Garoppolo, he was speaking of, thinks there's room for improvement.
I think we still got room for improvement. There were some drives where we just killed ourselves, and simple things we could fix. But yeah, today was a good day. We were rolling pretty good.
Wow, channeling Ice Cube. Today was a good day. Oh, injuries.
Yeah.
Nick Bosa, a groin issue. Jimmy Ward, Manuel Mosley. I'm forgetting one. We're going to talk to Matt Barrows. Yeah, Robbie Gould. That's right. We're going to talk to Matt Barrows about this, see what kind of injury updates we can get from him. Generally, we'll get the big updates at today's press conference, but they're traveling, et cetera, et cetera. So we'll get him to weigh in on that. Finally, Jimmy says, ain't stopping for no injuries.
It is football, so you got to take it with a grain of salt. But yeah, everyone in there, that's a tight locker room, and it sucks whenever we lose a guy like that. I know we lost Jimmy. There's some just random stuff today, but it's football. We got to keep going, and the train ain't stopping. So,
gotcha.
Yeah, and I think they did that. They've shown that at the running back position. Elijah Mitchell was their starter. He goes out. Jeff Wilson, goes for over 100 again. They average 5 yards per carry. You bring in Coleman, he's effective. They do have depth. They played without Armstead. If Bosa's out, I think he's their best player.
Yes.
Or Trent Williams. So you have your anchors on your line that could be out for a while here. But they do have depth, and they are well coached, and they have a good team, and the division is helping them out, right? The Niners have given up 2 games, and now they're 3-2, and everybody else lost yesterday, and they're in first place.
Yeah.
It's amazing.
They're in first. The fact that the 49ers are in first place in the NFC West at 3-2, they're a game ahead of the Rams, who look terrible.
Yeah, and the Niners haven't played their best football, in my opinion, yet. So, if they have still so much more to get to.
Here's the thing. You can't afford. I understand they're deep. But to lose Williams and Bosa, that's way, 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 way too much. And I'm not saying.
And it doesn't sound like Bosa's terribly long.
No.
I hope not, but yeah.
But if there's, it's a groin situation. Hopefully it's not, hopefully it's a day-to-day, not a week-to-week thing. You lose Williams, you lose Bosa, and I don't know. That you're talking about the best offensive line player in the league. And top 1, 2 edge rusher, which when you think about that bookend in itself is pretty amazing. The fact that you even have the ability to have that.
Yeah.
Jimmy Ward, want to get an update on him, dude. And by the way, I'm sighing not like, oh, Jimmy Ward keeps getting. I always, I don't know that it's hypocritical because we make fun of Anthony Davis, but it's like Jimmy Ward does not want to get hurt.
Right.
He does not want to get hurt. He is, no matter who's upset, he's 10 times as upset. Oh, and by the way, your typical NFL career is not that long, so clock's a ticking on Jimmy Ward.
Yeah.
Hopefully, that's it's just outlaw injuries, man.
Right. But they won this game in a fashion that I felt was true to their identity. I think to their core, they want to be a run team. And when they run effectively, it takes so much more off of the quarterback position. Jimmy G managed perfect. I thought he was fine. He had another good game, solid game. I think they win that game with Trey Lance, but that's okay. Jimmy was good, but it's a dominant run game, a really good defense. Special teams has been good. They gave him some big returns yesterday, but that should not have been a close game, and it was not a close game, and that's exactly how it needed to go.
I want to give you a stat on Jimmy Garoppolo. And you judge for yourself if this is one of those, stats can say this, that, whatever. Here's the bottom line. Jimmy Garoppolo is now 35-15, Jason, and has a 98.8 passer rating in his career as a starter. Since the 1970 merger, there is one quarterback with 35 or more wins and a higher passer rating over his first 50 starts. Only one quarterback since 1970 was a higher passer rating, 35-plus wins over his first 50 starts. And that quarterback, by the way, had 40 wins to Jimmy's 35, and his passer rating was 109.5 to Jimmy's 98.8. I'll tell you when we get back who that was.
That's a tease.
Matt Barrows will join us as well. Right now, though, I want to talk to you about my friends at United Wholesale Lending. It's not United Lending, okay? And it's not United not on sale lending. No, it's United Wholesale Lending, which means you're getting a deal. What does that mean? Well, it probably means a lot of things that are too smart for me to explain, but I can tell you this much. You go to a bank to get your refi, your purchase, guess what? That's their deal. It's whatever they have. Oh, hey, here's our program that we have. You go to Shelby and friends over at United Wholesale Lending, they get to go to several banks. You know, Shelby's always coming on here saying, hey, shop your deal around. Well, that's what they do. They shop your deal around for you. They find the best bank, find the best deal, save you the most money. Whether you're looking to take cash out, lower your interest rate, or purchase a home, Shelby is your guy. Their team can close a purchase loan in 17 days with speed on your side. And working with a local lender, you'll be able to compete with cash offers. Call Shelby. RefinanceWithShelby.com. That's RefinanceWithShelby.com. NMLS number 279051. BRE number 01864354. Matt Barrows. The answer to that Jimmy G stat when we return.
When it comes to the Kings, nobody has you covered like we do.
Sitting across from me, Domantas Sabonis, does it feel like kind of you're like right back on the bicycle with De'Aaron and you feel really comfortable and confident with this offense and how the rest of the guys fit around you now?
They're just helping us excel our pick and roll game at a higher level with amazing talent around us. You know, shooters, drivers, they can do a bit of everything. So it's just going to open up a lot of things. And then I'm really excited.
The best Kings talk. The flagship. Sactown Sports. Your local sports leader.
Divorce becomes a reality. You need a partner that you can count on. If you're a man in this situation, consider contacting Cordell & Cordell. We've helped men navigate complex legal matters for 30 years.
Contact Cordell & Cordell to schedule an appointment with one of our firm's Sacramento area attorneys, a partner men can count on. 500 Capitol Mall, Suite 2060, Sacramento, California, 95814. Online at CordellCordell.com.
Sacramento weather is brought to you by RC Willey Home Furnishings.
I'm Tamara Berg in the KCRA 3 Weather Center. Your Monday forecast, it's going to start out nice and cool for the morning. Into the afternoon, though, you don't need the layers. Temperatures expected to hike today into the upper 80s to low 90s. Get the latest forecast on the KCRA 3 News and the KCRA 3 app.
You already know RC Willey has a vast selection of home furnishings. But did you know they also have an outlet inside the store with clearance savings on closeouts, one-of-a-kind, and discontinued items? RC Willey, located in Rockland and South Sacramento.
Get ready for a new season of Sacramento Kings basketball.
Two-hand jam has me on my feet.
The season tips off at Golden One Center on October 19th when the Kings take on the Portland Trail Blazers. Join the loudest fans in the NBA.
This is one of those magical moments.
Get your tickets to cheer on Fox, Sabonis, rookie Keegan Murray, and the new-look Kings at a game this season.
Murray, yes!
Tickets are on sale now at kings.com/tickets. Secure your seat for the action today.
Let me guess. Unknown caller? You could reduce the number of unwanted calls and emails with online privacy protection. The latest innovation from Discover will help regularly remove your personal info, like your name and address, from 10 popular people search websites that could sell your data. And we'll do it for free. Activate in the Discover app. See terms and learn more at discover.com/online privacy protection.
Things are heating up at West Coast Audio of Galt for their huge one-year anniversary blowout sale. It's their one-year anniversary sale. Get to West Coast Audio of Galt this Thursday, Friday, and open till midnight on Saturday and save up to 70%. Kicker or Fosgate subwoofers are buy one, get one free starting at $99. Kenwood double-dim in-dash touchscreen DVD players with Bluetooth are just just $199 while supplies last. West Coast Audio of Galt will window tint your entire car or truck for only $99. Front door included, most cars. 200-watt high power with Bluetooth MP3 players are just $39. Remote start alarm with two-way paging starting at $149 with lifetime warranty. Get to West Coast Audio of Galt this Thursday, Friday, and Saturday for their huge one-year anniversary blowout sale. Get incredible savings, up to 70%. Financing available up to 36 months. Your job is your credit.
Time to check out Coastside Medical Clinic, who's dedicated to providing breakthrough remedies for men.
KHTK AM and HD1 Sacramento, KYMX HD2 Sacramento, the flagship station of your Sacramento Kings. It's Sactown Sports 1140. Sactown Sports headlines.
With your Sactown Sports headlines, I'm Jay Mars. The Kings have played 2 games in the preseason and now have 2 blowout wins.
Katie with a rebound, 5 seconds to dribble this one out. And the Kings will get their second victory in as many attempts in the preseason. Final score, 126-94.
Rookie Keegan Murray led the team in scoring off the bench with 16 points on 5 of 6 shooting from 3. The Kings are back in action on Wednesday in Phoenix to take on the Suns. The 49ers handled the Panthers with ease yesterday, taking down Carolina 37-15 to move into first place in the NFC West. It wasn't all good news for San Francisco as the injury bug continues to plague the Niners. Defensive stalwart Nick Bosa left the game with a hamstring injury, while cornerback Emmanuel Mosley and kicker Robbie Gould also exited the game early with injuries. The Raiders are in action tonight on Monday Night Football when they visit the Chiefs in Kansas City. Coverage begins at 4:45 on Sactown Sports. Those are your headlines. Back to the Carmichael Dave Show with Jason Ross.
It's the Carmichael Dave Show.
He's on the microphone when he's not on the microphone. He's playing a song, and when he's not playing a song, he's on the microphone, and then boom.
With Jason Ross.
Jay, hey, my headset's
Text or call the show at 916-339-1140. It's the Carmichael Dave Show with Jason Ross on Sactown Sports 1140.
Laughing way too much.
Having a good time.
Is somebody saying the Kings are going to make the finals in the chat? There's all kinds of arguing.
That's good. Not going too far.
Ah, I mean, Kings are doing. It doesn't matter. Kings are doing better. Kings are doing worse. Doesn't matter. There's going to be arguing. Well, now Vivek's getting it in the chat, but. Hello. Somebody said, you think the Kings are going to make the finals? You're lying to yourself. I just want to know if somebody actually said they were going to make the finals. You can go to the YouTube chat and say hello and get in that chat if you want, or stay all the way away from that chat, especially on today. But my goodness, Kings make that's the first the Kings are going to make the finals of this year.
That is
that I've heard
confirmed.
So.
Yeah,
Matt Barrows is being efforted right now. Dean thinks that's too far because Nick said the Kings are going to win 75 games this year.
Okay.
Thank God Nick was, maybe exaggerating.
I don't know. You can never tell with on a tweet
from the Athletic, guy who never exaggerates, ever. The one, the only, the lovely, the talented Matthew Barrows. Good morning, Matt.
Morning, guys. How are you?
Great.
Well. I think we're a little bit like the 49ers. We're happy with the results from the weekend, but also, and for us, it's because we're a little older now. We're banged up a little bit, limping around. Hopefully, our situation will be just like the Niners, that there's nothing too serious coming out of those limpings around.
Well, I think that they're bracing themselves for one serious injury, which is to Emmanuel Mosley, their starting cornerback. So they may have to kind of figure out a path for that spot opposite Travarius Ward. But yeah, I mean, I think that they're really hoping that this Nick Bosa injury, this groin injury, is just a little tweak. That the Robbie Gould injury is just a knee bruise, and that the Jimmy Ward injury is something that is not. Usually, when somebody breaks a bone, the guy's automatically out 6 to 8 weeks while that bone heals. But every now and then, if it's a hand injury, it's something where you can wrap up the hand and play with the club. And we saw him lining up at linebacker yesterday. A club probably wouldn't work if you were a safety, but maybe he could do it if he was playing linebacker. So there is at least a path to having some good news come out of the annual MRI truck arrival at Greenbrier in West Virginia.
Matt, I know we have Greg Papa on every week, and one of the things he said as the season started, he thought this had a chance to be one of the best defenses they ever had. He said, really, there's no weakness, can't really attack many things. Maybe, if any, would be cornerback depth. Well, if they do lose Mosley, again, still a stellar defense, but how much could that impact maybe, just maybe, one little sliver of a weakness on the defense?
Yeah, it absolutely could, and it certainly affected them last year. And they would have options, and one of those options is Jason Verrett, who, as we know, tore his ACL in Week 1 last year, which was a game that preceded a trip to West Virginia. So they always seem to have their worst injuries the day before the day that they go to the Greenbrier. I asked Kyle Shanahan about that yesterday. He thought it might be too soon, asking too much, I think were his words, of Jason Verrett, considering that he only really practiced once last week. And he's coming off a year-long injury, or more than a year-long injury. So I don't know if he's realistic for Atlanta, but I would think that he's realistic for the Chiefs the following week. And, the 49ers beat the Falcons on Sunday. That Chiefs game is looming very large. It's going to be quite a matchup, a rematch of the Super Bowl in 2019, et cetera, et cetera. A couple of teams that are probably at the tops of their divisions, too. So there's that. There's Jason Verrett. Samuel Womack came in. He was the immediate replacement in the fourth quarter yesterday. And then Ambry Thomas is another possibility. And then there's one more. Dante Johnson, right now, he's their sort of do-everything guy. He's on the practice squad. He certainly could be elevated and at least be available for the game in Atlanta.
Matt Barrows of The Athletic joining us. And you got that game in Atlanta you mentioned, the Greenbrier trip that I hope everybody enjoys. And then, wow, look at Chiefs and Rams to finish off the bye week or to get to the bye week, excuse me. So I guess with the Rams, you count that as 2 bye weeks. But anyways, they have some work cut out, but they have the bye week there as well. The team seems to be rolling defensively, and that's been consistent all year. Are you seeing solid improvements, in your opinion, out of Jimmy Garoppolo?
Yeah, I am. I'm seeing solid improvements from the whole offense, and I think there's all sorts of reasons why they were choppy to begin the season. One, Garoppolo, and he didn't take part in the preseason or the off season or any of the seasons, but he seems to have found a rhythm in the last 2 games, and he's looking pretty good. Number 2 is, just like last year, they had issues at running back early on. Their best running back for 2 seasons in a row was knocked out in Week 1. And that really throws this team for a loop. It's just so reliant on its running game. But that also, they seem to have found a really nice duo and a couple of veterans who really know the Kyle Shanahan system. And then 3, and I think this will be the last thing that comes into place, is that it's a really young, or rather really inexperienced offensive line. And Sunday's starting unit, with Jalen Moore at left guard and Jalen Moore at left tackle and Aaron Banks at left guard, et cetera, was the most inexperienced that they've fielded really since Shanahan arrived. So, that group is learning all the time, and it's getting better. But just the way that Shanahan's system asks for them to block, it's very technical, and it just takes practice and practice and practice. And with every game, they get a little bit better at it. And I think you're seeing that in some of the breakaway runs that the 49ers have been able to pull out. But my point is that over time, and I don't think it's going to be a smooth line going upward, but I think over time that's going to get better. So by the end of the season, hopefully there are no more big injuries, but you would think that offense would be clicking just like it did last year right before the playoffs.
Man, I don't know if it was an outlier yesterday, but when you win by 22, you almost feel like you're finding faults in a game where they look good, but a couple of big kick returns feel like an outlier there, or is that an issue they're looking to address?
Yeah, no, it's a big issue. They looked a lot like last year's special teams unit, frankly, with all the mistakes, and one of which led to an injury to the kicker, the oldest guy on the team. You don't want that. So I'm not exactly sure what happened. I have to go back and look. When Jimmy Ward got injured, it meant that Oren Burks came in at linebacker. I don't know if that meant that he played fewer special team snaps because of that. He's sort of their captain or one of their captains on there. So anytime there's a bunch of injuries on a team, you tend to see the special teams suffer because of it, because all of a sudden now guys who were special teamers who practice on special teams all spring, all summer, are playing regular snaps on offense and defense, and they're not playing special teams anymore. And it's some guy who just arrived, it's some guy who just got pulled up in the practice squad, et cetera, et cetera. So I think that happens quite a bit. I'm not sure what happened on the block field goal. It seemed like a low kick. I don't know if that's Robbie Gould. I don't know if it's the snap. I don't know if it's the hold. But that was something that was supposed to be eliminated with all the changes that they made on special teams.
Probably turn my mic on, Matt. Just real quick, we didn't mention Eric Armstead. I know that's kind of floating around. Any updates on him?
No, it's just that he seemed to do more damage last week. I think that the 49ers like to take all of these injured guys on these trips. They want sort of the camaraderie. All of their training staff is out here, et cetera, et cetera. I'm not sure if he's realistic. I think a lot of these guys who are dealing with injuries right now, like Trent Williams, for example, he was doing some very light jogging yesterday before the game, but he wasn't wearing a walking boot. He was getting around pretty well, no limp. So I think that Atlanta might be a little bit unrealistic, but that Chiefs game, I would think that there's going to be a lot of guys returning for that game, and that's going to be one of the storylines going into Chiefs week. The Chiefs have a lot of high-powered weapons. They can score a lot of points, but look at all the guys that the 49ers are able to trot out for this game. So I think that's at least the hope of this team, that some of these big-name players like Trent Williams, like Javon Kinlaw, like Jason Verrett are ready to go for Patrick Mahomes and the Chiefs.
Matt, I know we got about 30 seconds here real quick. You end up seeing Matt Rule's last game. They're just reporting that he was fired. No one likes to see that, but boy, that team looked like their spirit was lost.
Yeah, and I don't follow the Panthers very clearly, but there didn't seem to be a lot of talent on that team.
Yeah.
So I don't know what any coach can do. They had one really terrific player. His name is Christian McCaffrey on offense. And then Brian Burns was really good and really unstoppable for the 49ers on defense. But that's it. That's all they got. I mean, the wideouts aren't very good. They just didn't bring a lot. And once they got down, they didn't have much fight left in them. So I think that's why that happened. But whoever comes in is going to have to reboot. And, I think it's really interesting that the Panthers were one of the teams looking at Jimmy Garoppolo and were scared off by the shoulder injury and went with Baker Mayfield. And I think it's becoming clear that he needs a lot of talent around him in order to be good.
That's Matt Barrows of The Athletic. Make sure you read him each and every week, more than once or twice. I mean, the guy's turning out content all over the place with the Niners in West Virginia this week as well for that semi-annual trip. All kinds of fun and excitement coming from them out there on their way to Atlanta, and injury updates all week long as well. Matt, we appreciate you. Thank you so much.
All right, guys. I'll talk to you soon.
All right. Thank you. Take care. That is Matt Barrows. A lot to unpack there. By the way, I did promise you this. Jimmy Garoppolo. 30-15 as a starter. There are two players since the merger. One is Jimmy Garoppolo at 35-15 with a 98.8 passer rating in his career as a starter. One other player has done better. 40 wins, 109.5 passer rating. Patrick Mahomes. That's it. It's Patrick Mahomes and Jimmy Garoppolo. Jimmy Garoppolo is basically a slightly lesser Patrick Mahomes. Better than Brady. Better than Rodgers.
Same guy.
Same exact guy. But not American Energy. Sorry, Jimmy. Not that great. Fall is here, they tell us. I don't buy it. Jason loves this weather. I need it to go away. I need crisp. I need crunchy leaves. I need chilly mornings. I need fire in my fireplace. Well, until it gets there, make sure you're comfortable inside, whether it's air conditioning or heating. American Energy can help you take advantage of their $49 AC or furnace 30-point tune-up. Take advantage of that today. Make sure you and the family stay comfortable all winter long and then on into the summer. Call American Energy, 916-520-9990. That's 916-520-9990 or AmericanEnergyAir.com. American Energy, making the uncomfortable comfortable. We got 10 seconds. Oh, can we go right into the next segment? Well, in that case, can I just mention one quick thing about American Energy? It's a true story, by the way. They're good dudes. They've been around since 1981, and A+ Better Business Bureau. I like throwing that out there, Jason.
Nice. I like it too.
I like to throw that out there. Tonight, we've got Monday Night Football. We'll get to that in a second. In the meantime, a lot of stuff Matt had to say.
Yeah.
Bottom line is, I'm not going to try to do the thing where we say I'm not going to try to do the thing where we try to make the Falcons more than they are. They're 2-3. They have a 1-point loss to the Saints. They have a 4-point loss in LA to the Rams. Listen, not only were they in the Buccaneers game yesterday, but
terrible call at the end of the game.
It's the excuse me, it's the worst call I've seen. I mean, this was like postseason Saints pass interference, like that type of situation. The Falcons are down 14. They do the analytics play. They score a touchdown. They go for 2. They convert. They're down 6. Brady and the Bucs are 3rd and something. I forget. 3rd and long-ish. Brady gets sacked. They call roughing the passer. Dude, this you saw it too. There was no way you could argue that was after the game. The referee, was it Jerome Boger?
It was.
Who was a horrible ref, has always been a horrible ref. Jerome Boger says, he was unnecessarily thrown to the ground. Dude.
It was a tackle.
It was a tackle.
Standard tackle.
And the guy rolled Tom Brady over his own body.
Yeah. Could have hurt himself.
He brought Tom down and was twisting.
It's kind of nice to him, to be honest.
Honestly, it was.
Could have been a lot worse.
If he had taken out a pillow and put it under Tom's head and maybe given him a mint or some tea, that's about the only way you could have made that any less roughy.
That would have been flagrant, though.
They probably would have called that. It was so stupid. It honestly is the worst call I've seen all year because, in part, I'm not saying Atlanta would have come down on the road and won the ball.
But you want to see that. You want it officiated as fairly and as properly as possible.
They're down 6. This had become a completely different game. I want to say, it was 21-0. The Falcons score. It was 21-0 going into the fourth. The Falcons score 15 in the fourth quarter.
Yeah.
Their offensive line was making waves. They're obviously on a run. They've obviously figured something out. I'm not saying they score a touchdown, but I'm saying it's a coin flip.
Right.
At worst.
And all of us, look, there's margin of error. There's humans here. You want to go, well, people miss something. This isn't about missing the call. This is injecting yourself into the game. Saying, I see a violation. I am calling throwing a penalty here because it's roughing the passer. All right. You have a different angle than we do from the TV. I don't see it from any angle. Any possible angle. It was awful.
It was the worst. And we go back to the original point. And I know it's too early to look ahead. So let's look ahead. It's 2 straight on the road. I love the fact that they do the Greenbrier trip.
It's been great for them.
Wonderful golf course there. They have a PGA tournament there. it's not the Heritage, it's the something. Good job, Dave. The something PGA tournaments at the Greenbrier. There's a ton of stuff to do there. It's almost, it seems like it's almost didn't Eric Armstead say once it was like camp?
Yeah.
Not training camp, almost like camp when you're a kid. You're out there, you're in the woods, you're doing your thing, you're at a nice resort. You have the option, I should say, to go to the woods. And usually they either do that. They were doing Youngstown, Ohio before that, which is kind of like the, I don't know, home away from home birthplace of the whole DiBartolo clan. I like that they're out there. I think it's a bonding thing for them. They do every year. It's very smart. And they're going to go to Atlanta a little banged up. Do not take this game. Do not. If you can lose to the Bears, you sure as hell can lose to the Falcons.
Absolutely. And the fact that the division is helping you out, you've already given up 2 games.
Yes.
With the Chiefs looming, the Rams, and other tough games. Just keep adding on, keep the momentum going, keep feeling good about yourself. Jimmy G, more reps, keep that run game as fluid and dominant as it's looked. Jeff Wilson Jr. And again, you brought it up earlier, Dave, to win that game yesterday was not really shocking, but to do it without huge contributions from Debo or Kittle, that's good. That's a good sign. That just shows you they have many ways to beat you.
Jimmy Garoppolo and Kyle Shanahan seem to be getting more and more on the right page. Kyle Shanahan preferred the first to the second half.
I thought we did some real good things in the first half. Came up short with the blocked field goal, had a turnover. Anytime, I think we punted once in the first half, but wanted a lot more points than 10. It was awesome. The defense got that score to give us 17. And when they came out and they scored on their opening drive, it was huge to answer. I thought that was big time. And then I believe we did it the next drive too. And the defense kept playing strong.
Well, Jimmy Garoppolo, one more thing from him. Injuries happen. They ain't stopping.
It is football, so you got to take it with a grain of salt. But yeah, everyone in there, it's a tight locker room, and it sucks whenever we lose a guy like that. I know we lost Jimmy. There's some just random stuff today, but it's football. We got to keep going, and the train ain't stopping. So,
So there you go. We'll get more and more updates. Again, sounds like Mosley. That's going to be the major injury.
Yeah.
The one I really need. I mean, not that any of the injuries aren't important. I really need to hear the Bosa injury.
Right. Yeah, if it's like 2 weeks, okay, or a week, that's fine. But
groins can be, and especially at any position really, but that position where you need to power off that leg so much, that could just be a thing that gets worse and worse and worse. So, losing Trent Williams, losing Nick Bosa, there's only so much a team can do.
Yeah,
there's only so much you can do.
Yeah, so far they've made it, but too many big names going down.
Oh, by the way, they also have lost their starting quarterback.
Yeah, that's true too.
Which, by the way, how about Miami yesterday? Was it first play of the game? Teddy Bridgewater.
Yeah, already with Tua and concussion.
I will say this: they have definitely made some corrections, both officially and in practice, to that concussion protocol. I now wonder, and I know we're breaking here. It is a much larger percentage than zero that we're going to be sitting in the playoffs. Super Bowl, NFC, AFC, something. Mahomes goes down, kind of rubs the back of his helmet a little bit. We just got news in middle of the first quarter. Patrick Mahomes has been ruled out of the AFC, and that is when all hell is going to break loose. Yeah. So hopefully they get it right at some point. We'll take a break. When we come back, more football. Raiders and Chiefs tonight. We're also going to get into the Kings as well. We'll get audio from yesterday and ask you, what are you most excited about? This YouTube chat is very excited about the 2-0 preseason Sacramento Kings. Raiders and Chiefs next.
Check out the Golf to Go Hour with Frank LaRosa every week on Sactown Sports 1140. Get the latest on equipment, area courses, people that play the great game, and plenty of good conversations about golf. It's the Golf to Go Hour with Frank LaRosa every week on Sactown Sports 1140. Golf to Go is brought to you by the Hagen Oaks Golf Super Shop, America's most awarded golf facility, and Naturewood Home Furnishings, where it's all about choices and always about quality, and Safe Credit Union. Let us put you first.
Folks, there's been some fumbles on the way to the big game, but he's been getting some help to get it done tonight. Here's the throw. And He's off to the races. He might go all the way. He's at the 30, the 20, the 10. Touchdown. He did it, folks. He did it.
Regain and optimize your sexual performance, drug-free and surgery-free. The Gainswave treatment will help you get that bedroom touchdown. See what Dr. Dan Botha and his team at Gainswave can do for you. Visit gainswavecalgary.ca.
Hey, sports fans, the team at M&S Auto Group loves it when a repeat customer tells a friend about their great truck shopping experience with us. We appreciate that. And if you're a newcomer, welcome. M&S Auto Group has more than 300 super clean cars, trucks, and SUVs on site, and plenty of 4x4s and American muscle cars for people like you that work hard and play hard. Want a new ride? Come and get yours. MS Auto Group. MSAutogroup.com.
Tune in every Wednesday to the Carmichael Dave with Jason Ross show for Wine Wednesday, where they whine about plays, calls, everything from the past week in sports. Wine Wednesday, brought to you by E2 Family Winery.
Only one radio program captures the excitement of hunting and fishing as it happens. The award-winning California Sportsman with Sep Hendrickson. Only California Sportsman takes you where the action is. Live on the water, live in the blind, and live with the top pros and experts in outdoor sports. California Sportsman with Fishing Hall of Famer Sep Hendrickson is your premier destination for all things outdoors. Sep's Saturday Morning Outdoors. Ultimate Bass and California Sportsman, 5 a.m. to 8 a.m. Saturdays on Sactown Sports 1140.
This is an important notice to consumers facing $10,000 or more in credit card debt, medical bills, or other unsecured debt. You're not required to pay it all back because there are special programs now in effect that will significantly reduce the amount you will owe if you qualify. This is not bankruptcy or a debt consolidation loan. These programs, which the credit card companies like to keep secret, exist to aid American consumers struggling with overwhelming credit card debt by offering tremendous savings and real debt relief. Accredited Debt Relief has established a special hotline for you to call and learn what savings you qualify for. They've helped qualify consumers with over $1 billion in debt and are A+ rated with the Better Business Bureau. So don't wait. Get the relief you need during these hard economic times. For this free information, call the Accredited Debt Relief Hotline now. Call 800-902-5544. 800-902-5544. That's 800-902-5544.
Northern California's #1 Honda dealer, Stockton Honda, is also Northern California's #1 Honda certified pre-owned vehicle dealer.
Come see our amazing selection of quality pre-owned vehicles. We have something for everyone. Don't shop dealer to dealer trying to find the perfect used car. Stockton Honda has the selection, financing, and savings you want. Plus, get top dollar for your trade.
Anytime, anywhere, it's all here. StocktonHonda.com.
Based on 2021 total new and Honda certified pre-owned vehicle car sales from American Honda Motor Company's own report.
You already know RC Willey has a vast selection of home furnishings, but did you know they also have an outlet inside the store with clearance savings on closeouts, one-of-a-kind, and discontinued items? RC Willey, located in Rockland and South Sacramento.
Sactown Sports Headlines.
With your Sactown Sports headlines, I'm Jay Mars. The Kings have played 2 games in the preseason and now have 2 blowout wins.
Haney with a rebound, 5 seconds to dribble this one out. And the Kings will get their second victory in as many attempts in the preseason. Final score, 126-94.
Rookie Keegan Murray led the team in scoring off the bench with 16 points on 5 of 6 shooting from 3. The Kings are back in action on Wednesday in Phoenix to take on the Suns. The 49ers handled the Panthers with ease yesterday, taking down Carolina 37-15 to move into first place in the NFC West. It wasn't all good news for San Francisco as the injury bug continues to plague the Niners. Defensive stalwart Nick Bosa left the game with a hamstring injury, while cornerback Emmanuel Mosley and kicker Robbie Gould also exited the game early with injuries. The Raiders are in action tonight on Monday Night Football when they visit the Chiefs in Kansas City. Coverage begins at 4:45 on Sactown Sports. Those are your headlines. Back to the Carmichael Dave Show with Jason Ross.
Got a take? Make sure it's a hot one.
Take a shot right now.
Call or text at 916-339-1140. The Carmichael Dave Show with Jason Ross on Sactown Sports 1140.
Wright State can look beyond the horizon. They're moving on with a win in the first 4. 93-82 over Bryant in the battle of 16 seeds.
What?
I just wanted to find a clip of the Raiders winning. And apparently it's the Wright State Raiders because the clip is final call, Raiders win.
They did.
I played it.
Okay.
Wrong Raiders. Let's try again.
End of the ball game. Final score: Raiders 26, Vikings 20. Vegas moves to 2-0 here in the preseason and gets ready for the Dolphins next week in Tua Tagovailoa down in South Florida.
That was obviously before Tua was out. Raiders win. That's what it sounds like. Hopefully, Raider fan will get another sound like that tonight. You can hear that call right here on Sactown Sports, and that is a pregame of 4:45 kickoff at 5:15. Old friend Larry Kruger was. I saw this on Twitter yesterday. Just in the chat right now. Of course, anytime anything happens, you get people who are like, "Hey, do you think the Kings could?" And the answer is almost always no, they can't. Or they won't. But you did see some conversation over the weekend because naturally, with everything going on with Draymond Green, talking about, well, do they move him? Well, Larry said, and I quote, and by the way, I'm good with Larry. I know I'm crapping on him here, but I think this is reflective of the fan base. I really do. He said, I prefer to not trade Draymond Green, but here are 3 deals that work under the cap, I'd do if offered from the Kings. Nimi Keita. It's okay, right?
Okay.
Harrison Barnes.
Okay.
Going back to the Warriors. Davion Mitchell.
There's more.
So Nimi Keita, Harrison Barnes, and Davion Mitchell for Draymond Green.
Okay.
Do you consider it if you're the Kings? Oh, wait, hold on a second. I forgot. He also put Keegan Murray in there, too. Larry. Come on. And I even asked him. He said, I'm just saying it works under the cap. Well,
sure it does.
Sure. I'm sure it does work.
Draymond is in the final year, right?
Final year. He's 32 years old. And, he's got a little baggage. He doesn't have a little baggage. He has
he has all the baggage.
He has so much baggage.
He's a bin hog.
Like at the Southwest check-in, he has to pay like an extra $75 because it's too heavy.
Right.
Every time he has to check it. There's no carry-on for Draymond. So no. Am I one of those? I absolutely would entertain the idea of having Draymond Green on the Sacramento Kings. Yes, I would. That is
the type of player.
Yes.
Skill level, intensity.
Yes.
Experience, leadership that any team would want. But if one of the greatest teams currently in the last decade and a well-run organization is contemplating the future with him, I don't know, could the flag be more red?
That's 100% correct. It is as red as if I fell asleep in the sun in July. Like it is red as can be. And to those of you saying, well, hold on, no, Draymond Green, no, okay. Good luck finding teams that don't have some sort of vocal enforcer type that are successful. The Suns, obviously the Warriors, the Heat, the Celtics, the Bucks. I mean, whether it's Jay Crowder, whether it's Bobby Portis with Milwaukee, was huge for them. So anyways, in the meantime, the Kings are looking good.
Yes, they are.
Keegan Murray is looking good, and veterans are taking notice.
Yeah, I mean, Keegan's already a pretty good pro for being a rookie, to be honest. So Keegan, he gets his work in. He's very quiet, soft-spoken. I think me and Delmas, our job for the first couple months is get him out of the shell a little bit, get him doing stuff off the court, get him talking, bring out a little bit of his personality that I'm sure he shows when he's not around the team so far. So he's been a pro. He's been everything, the example of a pro so far. And the results are showing, and the guy's really good.
Yeah, that's Kevin Herter. De'Aaron Fox. Go ahead.
No, go ahead.
De'Aaron Fox, kind of similar. How quiet yet effective Murray is.
I mean, watching film of him in college is different because he was so much bigger than some guys. So a lot of his stuff was like post ups and things like that. But the way that he shoots the ball, like he said, you think every single shot that he shoots going in. And when he misses, it looked like it was going in. But you kind of watch and you look up and it's like, damn, he's got 16 already. And he has a steal and 4 rebounds. But yeah, I mean, he's very impressive with the way that he kind of just comes in and affects the game, and not even in like a big spectacular way, but he's very effective.
There's a couple things that I found interesting so far. Like as this has gone on, Coach Brown has openly said, "Look, Fox, Sabonis, and Barnes are starting." Now I think he's basically come out publicly and said, "Yeah, I'm leaning towards Kevin Herter at the 2. I think that makes a lot of sense. But hasn't announced the starter at 4. May change that per game. On that side of things, when Murray comes in with the second group, I really like him there. But then sometimes they start to bring back in Fox and then Sabonis and keep Murray in there. And they go, oh, man, he's really good with them too. I mean, he's just good. He's a good basketball player. I think it makes sense to start him. On the defense of Okpala, for the better part of 2 to 3 years, I've always been saying, man, the Kings don't have one of those long, rangy, athletic wing defenders. And they go, there he is.
There he is.
He's actually that guy. And I know in practice he's been hitting his corner 3 and open 3s. I think he took 1 yesterday and didn't make it. But he could play 2. But I almost feel like that's less of a spark off the bench. But, man, Keegan's just so darn good. I think just feels like it's a matter of time, if not very soon, that Keegan's the starter.
I'm not going to allow myself to make a mountain out of what is most certainly a molehill with the Keegan thing. This is 100% a not handing the starting spot to a rookie thing. This is a vet coach move. And I'm sure there's some other strategy in there as well, like you mentioned about the perimeter defense and also, which you mentioned, letting Keegan's first feels of the NBA be primarily against the other team's second unit. So he's not going up against the baddest of the bad boys to start. I get all that. That's fine. As long as he's starting game 1. And I hear the people out there, well, it doesn't matter if he's starting. No, it does actually.
More minutes,
it matters if he's starting. He plays more minutes. He's not Manu Ginobili. And he's the 3rd best player on this team right now. And he has not played an NBA game. He's the 3rd best player on the Kings.
Yeah.
You aren't good enough to screw around with that. You're not good enough to put Ginobili on the bench. You're not good enough to mess around. You start your best players.
When I've heard comps too, people are like, hey, remember the best years of the Kings? Like Bobby Jackson could start on every team. He was behind, but he was behind Mike Bibby.
He was behind Mike Bibby.
And Bobby could have started.
Right.
But this is Murray versus Okpala. And again, not to take shots at, but it is.
No disrespect to Okpala, but KZ Okpala is not Mike Bibby.
Right.
Let's just be clear.
Yeah. And again, as it's broken down, he's played more minutes. And if it's to earn it, what has to anybody watching, and all the practices are deceiving, it sure looks like Keegan Murray has done everything to deserve it.
Yeah, he has. And we're talking about it because everybody's talking about it. But truly, I do not see a likely scenario at all where Keegan Murray is not starting game 1.
Yeah, but are you okay? I was thinking about this scenario as the way Coach Brown said it yesterday. He's like, I might do this where I fluctuated on matchups. So let's just say they're hosting the Bucks.
Yeah.
And would you rather have Keegan Murray guard Giannis to start the game because he's going to guard him?
Yeah.
Or Okpala? And I go, well, does it matter if it's 8-2 and then you bring in Keegan Murray?
Right.
I don't know the answer to that.
No, you pick the guy 4th in the draft, you start him, and
he's a huge part of your future.
Yeah, you're not. Again, this isn't. And by the way, the whole Bobby Jackson thing, you're also in the middle of a playoff run, and you're fine tuning and adjusting. And Bobby Jackson wasn't the 4th pick in the draft.
Yeah,
no disrespect to Bobby, 6th man of the year, and yes, he could have started.
Huge part of the team.
No, and I mean, I'm just trying to knock every leg out of it as people do gymnastics, trying to justify it. Then there's Keegan can anchor the second unit. Yeah, he could.
Can.
You know who else could anchor the second unit? De'Aaron Fox.
True.
He could.
Or Sabonis.
Yeah.
But
you can say that about any good team. When you're a team that is perennially 30 to 32 wins, give or take, you start your best players, and then you go from there. And if that becomes an issue, you know what you do? You trade somebody like they did with Tyrese last year. And I'm not suggesting that. I'm just simply saying start your best guys.
Yeah.
Make the moves accordingly once you know what moves you have to make. And it's tough to know that when you're bringing a guy off as a 6th man. It would be asinine. It's not going to happen. It's not going to happen. I'm not giving it oxygen as we talk about it for 12 minutes. I'm not giving it any oxygen whatsoever, especially when the guy's doing this.
There's a wide open look now for Keegan Murray. He hits it. Sabonis with the assist pass. 10 points now for Keegan Murray. He just quietly goes about his business, effective as can be. He's 3 of 4, and all 4 shots have been from 3-point range.
Smooth. He's just smooth with it.
Just to have fun, because I love the hate mail. Let's say Kings are like 15 and 22.
Okay.
They're not like out of it.
Right.
Keegan's having like, let's he's not averaging 25 a game. So let's say 14, 4 and 5. Trade deadline comes around and they trade it for another all-star. Oh, we have breaking news.
When it breaks, we have it first. Sactown Sports 1140. Breaking news.
I have some fallout from yesterday's 49ers Panthers game.
Oh God.
Panthers have fired Matt Rule as head coach.
Have they?
Yes, they have.
When did that happen?
About 30 minutes ago.
Oh, geez, we were late on that. Wow. Matt Rule out as Panthers coach. And Jason, I got to be honest, he was great at Baylor.
Yeah.
It did not work out in Carolina.
True.
Are we late or no? Can we get into this? Or okay, we'll take a break. When we come back, we got news and notes, including that breaking news. We'll get to it right after this.
You want more Kings coverage? You got it.
Tuesday, Wednesday, Saturday, Sunday basketball game and whatnot.
Give me more!
Join Nick Cattles following the Kings and Lakers on Friday, October 14th for the very first edition of the Sactown Sports Kings Recap. Live on Sactown Sports' YouTube channel. The only place giving you live Kings coverage directly after every game.
Kings get the victory, and the celebration continues
on Sactown Sports, your home for Kings basketball.
Hi.
Hi.
I'm not trying to interrupt your ACR solo, but I am trying to interrupt.
Okay.
So I'm going to tell a story here real quick and really make J Mars mad, but I promise you it's worth it. So I came home on Friday and I noticed that my power was out. What? My power's out? What is that? Is there an outage? I call SMUD. They go, no, you didn't pay your bill, stupid. I go, what? So I pay the bill, and we're on a yearly thing. The bill was like $3,000 for the year. And I hung up with them and I went, wait a minute. I have solar. Why is it $3,000? I called them back. So we got our solar installed by a different company. I won't say what their name is. We got our solar installed by a different company in 2017. According to SMUD's records, our solar hasn't been working since 2018.
Oh, no.
And my wife pays that bill, and she never noticed that we were paying that every single year. So guess who's coming out to my house on Thursday?
Is that why you reached out to me over the weekend?
100%, because I got on the phone with our friends at ACR Solar, and in like 2 seconds, they were like, oh my God, I'm so sorry. We will be out there. And he's coming out tomorrow, as a matter of fact. And this was a phone call on Saturday.
Right.
Just a quick story, real story. That's how awesome they are. And they're going to clean up somebody else's mess. So
that's perfect. And they do so many things like solar for Dave. For us, it's roofing. It's ACR Solar and Roofing, but it's ACR Home Services. They do a lot of different things. And that's why you should go to acrsolar.com to see what kind of things they can provide. It may surprise you. Like Dave is, they're going to fix that mess. They took care of our roof. We were in a need where we needed a brand new roof. And after meeting with them, we knew this is the company we had to work with. Quality, value, integrity since 1979. They do amazing work. Our roof looks great. We feel so good about it. Curb appeal, just the look of it, and now peace of mind when we have weather challenges throughout the year. We won't have to worry about anything.
Depression, anxiety, and trauma can happen.
That's acrsolar.com.
You aren't alone. 1 in 5 of us will have a mental health issue in our lifetime. And just like other illnesses, people who get support and treatment find healing and hope. Check in with someone you're worried about. And if you're feeling pain, ask for help. There's no shame in taking care of yourself or the people you care about. Be there for someone who's hurting, even if that someone is you. Learn more at StopStigmaSacramento.org.
Traveling, volunteering, spending time with family. What's your retirement look like? With income planning from Fidelity Wealth Management, a dedicated advisor can help you grow and protect your wealth. They'll look at your full financial picture and help you create a flexible strategy that considers things like market conditions and healthcare expenses, so you can stop worrying about the future and enjoy whatever comes next. Visit fidelity.com/income planning. Investment minimums apply. Fidelity Brokerage Services, member NYSE SIPC.
This view was worth a hike.
Right? And it's a good way to stay on top of my health.
Yes, I'm Cologuard, a prescription colon cancer screening option for people 45 plus at average risk. Have you screened for colon cancer?
Not yet.
Don't wait. It's more treatable when caught in early stages.
Tell me more.
Cologuard is non-invasive and it's used at home. It detects altered DNA in your stool to find 92% of colon cancers.
92%?
Yep, even those in early stages.
This was seen in a clinical study with patients 50 and older.
Any positive result should be followed by a diagnostic colonoscopy. False positive and negative results may occur. Cologuard is not a replacement for colonoscopy in high-risk patients. Do not use if you have had adenomas, have inflammatory bowel disease and certain hereditary syndromes, or a personal or family history of colon cancer.
Most insured patients pay $0. Ask your provider or an online prescriber if Cologuard is right for you, or visit Cologuard.com.
I'm in.
Things are heating up at West Coast Audio of Galt for their huge one-year anniversary blowout sale. It's their one-year anniversary sale. Get to West Coast Audio of Galt this Thursday, Friday, and open till midnight on Saturday and save up to 70%. Kicker or Fosgate subwoofers are buy one, get one free starting at $99. Kenwood double-din in-dash touchscreen DVD players with Bluetooth are just $199 while supplies last. West Coast Audio of Galt will window tint your entire car or truck for only $99. Front door included. Most cars. 200-watt high power with Bluetooth MP3 players are just $39. Remote start alarm with two-way paging starting at $149 with lifetime warranty. Get to West Coast Audio of Galt this Thursday, Friday, and Saturday for their huge one-year anniversary blowout sale. Get incredible savings. Up to 70%. Financing available up to 36 months. Your job is your credit.
For 74 years, the Keys family from Naturewood Home Furnishings has been serving families just like yours and mine. Hi, I'm Frank LaRosa with Golf to Go. The Naturewood team takes great pride and significant effort to offer Northern California families a vast selection of home furnishings, most of which are made right here in this country. The kitchen table, which we purchased so many years ago, speaks to the enduring quality of the Naturewood product lines. We treasure memories made seated around that table with family and friends for birthday celebrations, school projects, and many late-night meals when the day just got away from us. Naturewood has provided thousands with home furnishings that not only last for generations, but also lead to everlasting memories of cherished times. Visit Naturewood Home Furnishings now during their 74th anniversary sale and get started making your own brand of memories. Meet the Keys family at Naturewood Home Furnishings, off Highway 50 at Hazel. Look for the water wheel.
What's hot and what's not? Brought to you by American Energy Air and Solar, believing in a better customer experience since 1981. Head to AmericanEnergyAir.com to find out more.
What's hot?
Yeah, hot. Real hot.
And what's not?
It's not good.
Brought to you by American Energy Air and Solar, Sacramento's complete heating and cooling company, and second opinion partner.
Who's hot? Who's hot?
Ew.
Matt Rule.
Hold on. Ooh. Hold on. Whoa. Breaking news, Matt Rule has been fired.
So here's the thing. I obviously knew you talked about it earlier. You didn't let me finish. So now I have to use it for my what's hot part of what's hot, what's not.
I got
All
you.
I was going to say is the
It's
real
my
breaking
fault.
news there is that the Panthers still owe him north of $40 million.
Dude, he has 4 years left on his deal. Most deals are 4 years or less. He has 4 years. It was a 7-year deal.
$40 million to do nothing.
And if that
what
was,
a gig.
That was 3 years ago. I think, what's his name? Tepper wasn't that Tepper's first year taking over for the Richardson family as owner of the Panthers?
Sounds right.
It's gone well.
Oh, 7. Wow. 7. So Jason and I were talking about, like, you say he brought it up. I do that. I go and I get fired for $4 million or whatever. And Jason had some great points. Like, yeah, it's easy to say because of the money, but then everywhere you go, anytime somebody whispers for the rest of your life, you're assuming they're whispering that
Aren't
you
that
suck.
Terrible Carolina coach.
So I'd still do it for $4 million.
Same Z's.
But for $28 million,
yeah.
all day long, they don't have to whisper.
As far as Matt goes, I just hope he doesn't take his investing advice from his cousin Ja.
I mean, really?
Pretty good, huh?
Well,
hey, who's not hot?
Who's not?
Unwritten.
The Detroit Lions yesterday.
Of thumb. Sorry.
They went 0-6 on fourth down in their 29-0 loss to the Patriots. That's the worst performance on fourth down by any team in a game over the last 45 seasons.
That is terrible.
That's hard knocks.
Didn't we have the Patriots and Lions in our pick'em?
Yeah, no, in our upset.
Oh,
we both picked them as our upset.
Did we pick the Patriots?
No, they were favored.
Oh, I see why now.
Why were they favored?
Yeah.
Why?
They're better.
Speaking of, by the way, I said at the beginning of the show that my mother-in-law is moving in with us on Saturday from the Southern California area. She just texted me asking if I recommended a cat tree for her to pick up on the way here for a cat.
Nice. Do you have any in mind?
If I who owns no cats, if I knew of a good.
Do you not have cats in there?
Well, she has a cat, and it's okay.
So you're going to be hanging out in the garage with your mother-in-law. Yes, you are, watching racing and playing with the cat. Tree.
Here's the thing, and I'm not body shaming. Oh, you think I'm taking a left, but I'm taking a right here. Apparently, this cat is so fat.
How fat is he?
It's so fat that one of the asterisks on, like, do you know of a cat tree is that it has to be really low to the ground because the cat, it can't climb or jump anymore that much because
and you
it's
think
too
that's
fat.
funny?
Yes.
Wow.
You know what? Maybe the cat. Well, cat's also like 14. So I'm
far from the tree.
I'm sure. All right, just
gotcha.
Yeah, just go. I can't.
Stand by on this frequency. It's time for the news today.
Thank you for ruining the show and dropping a steamer on my journalistic integrity.
Today's important headlines, intelligent analysis, hard-hitting interviews. Yeah, this is none of those things. Here's Carmichael Dave and Jason Ross.
Oh my God, I love those guys.
Okay.
I'm not sure your mother-in-law can appreciate that.
So either.
Where was that shot fired?
Shots fired.
Which direction?
It's just great the way she's texting you. It's like you're legit getting a new roommate.
Yeah.
Who's moving in.
No, I'm legit getting a
I
new
know.
roommate. Like, for real.
Awesome.
My mother-in-law. New roommate.
Is she a good cook? Anyway.
Okay, so let me put it this way. So you know how your mother-in-law is an amazing cook?
Uh-huh.
Like,
world class.
World class. The opposite.
Okay.
Oh.
Literally.
She probably, what's her best meal you've ever, oh no, this is not even a list. Anyway, go ahead.
There's a meal that my wife grew up on.
Is this the eggs and rice?
This is, no, eggs, cheese, and rice I introduced her to.
Okay.
It was mashed potatoes.
Okay, good start.
Ground beef that was, cooked in the pan. Then you pour the ground beef over the mashed potatoes.
It's fine.
You pour brown gravy over that.
Sounds fine.
And then you put peas on top of that. And you call it hamburger gravy. That was like the go-to dish.
Okay. It's edible.
But it's not just the lack of, fine, not everybody can cook, so what? But also really picky. So we're going to be adjusting our menu. Or maybe just the cat will be eating in the garage with...
It's like open face shepherd's pie.
Yeah, kind of, yeah. Anyway, more on that all the time. Aaron Rodgers was not happy with Jair Alexander, Pro Bowl cornerback. Okay. But when asked about the defense, he said he wasn't worried about the defense. Quote, I ain't worried, but if we lose next week, then I'll be worried. New situation for everybody, new circumstances, sleep patterns. It's a whole adjustment here in London. That was related to Aaron Rodgers. And guess what? He did not like that.
The first play, to see Teddy go down and whatnot. Kind of knew that was going to be kind of how it was going to be. I knew it just wasn't going to be perfect, right off the bat.
Okay, that was 100% not Aaron Rodgers, right?
No.
No. Look.
That was one small step for me.
Yeah, look, I'm playing the clip.
The first play, to see Teddy go down.
Okay, well, let me.
Bunch of stupids.
I'll read it to you because it was a good clip. Here's what Rodgers said. Quote, frankly, I don't like all this conversation about losing next week. I'm a firm believer in the power of words and manifestation. And we've got to check ourselves on that because talking about that is not winning football. There was a conversation about it in the locker room, and I don't like it. Jaw's my guy, but we don't need to be talking like that. Wow. Aaron Rodgers taking shots at Alexander.
Well done.
Yeah, thank you. Okay, before we get to celebrity birthdays.
Better than the shots he took downfield yesterday.
Wow, I know, right? My goodness. Hey, don't blame him. Blame the New York Football Giants. It's International Stage Management Day. National Metric Day? Why National Metric Day? We don't use the metric system. Aren't we like one of two countries like us and Cambodia don't use the metric system?
Oh, it's Cambodia?
It's like a weird group of countries. Seriously. Jake, can you look at that real quick? You're doing everything else. There's countries that don't use the metric system. National Walk to a Park Day.
Okay.
World Porridge Day. I still don't know the difference between oatmeal, maltomeal, cream of wheat, and porridge. Well, I know oatmeal, actually. That's oatsy.
3.
There are 3 countries in the world that don't use the metric system.
United States?
Yes.
The United States is 1.
Liberia?
That's 2. And
Myanmar?
Myanmar is 3.
Stuff I did not know.
The United States, Liberia, and Myanmar. The only 3 countries not to use the metric system. Super makes sense. Yeah, but you know what? Not the metric. What is it even called? I don't even know what our system's called.
The dumb one.
Yeah, it's American.
Dewey Decimal.
I thought it was. I remember the Dewey Decimal System. Today's National Handbag Day. You know what? Who doesn't? National Angel Food Cake Day and Cake Decorating Day. Jason, have you ever decorated a cake?
I'm trying to think. I don't think so.
Yeah, I haven't either, except for I'll put the candles on it and
Yeah.
a number or something.
Usually if someone puts a cake in front, I'm at least scoop out some of the icing.
Somebody told me over the weekend, gentlemen, and then we'll move on to celebrity birthdays. I want to get your agreement or not on this. They said it does not matter. Cake is merely a vessel for the frosting.
No, it matters.
And then they're to make their point, they presented a bunch of cakes. It was really kind of jarring. It was a bunch of different shaped cakes, but nothing on them. They said, who cares? You take a bite of this. It's fine.
So people are actively saying there is no difference in the taste of the cake.
I think his point was this. You can have differences in the taste, and you can have cakes that take away from things, but nobody is really eating cake for the cake. They're eating it for the frosting.
Disagree.
A cake is the chip of desserts.
Again, disagree.
Cake is the tortilla chip of desserts. It is a vessel for dip. And frosting.
Yeah, but you
dip.
eat some plain tortilla chips.
Yeah.
Dude, really?
All the time. I mean, not all. But you have to always dip. Everyone.
If it's plain tortilla chips.
And there's a complete different taste depending on the brand you get. Nah.
You guys eat plain tortilla chips?
Sometimes.
I generally dip almost all the time.
Yeah.
You know, you might have grabbed 3, 1 fell out. I didn't dip that
There's
one.
no salsa. There's no guacamole that's handy, and I'm just hungry and want something salty. I'll have a couple.
Maybe in an emergency. I've done that before, but I don't know.
Like I said, it's not in everyday practice.
We got an emergency.
I need some salt now. Celebrity birthdays.
Celebrity birthdays.
Hey.
Happy birthday to everyone's favorite who steals from the poor to give to the rich, Brett Favre.
Oh, I was like Robin Hood. Robin Hood's birthday. He's 1,030. Brett Favre. I don't care. Brett Favre is 55.
54.
53.
Okay.
Happy birthday to David Lee Roth.
Oh, he lights the menorah.
Yes, he does, according to Adam Sandler. David Lee Roth. Let's see. Might as well jump into his 69th birthday.
I'm going to say 67th.
In between, 68.
Let's
see, Dave, this one's for you. Happy birthday to West Wing's own Bradley Whitford.
Brad Whitford is, I want to say Bradley is.
He aged quickly.
Yeah, he really did. 61?
59.
63.
Okay. Also, I didn't forget on purpose. I just want to save it to the end. Today is National Mental Health Day. Listen, people are out there that love you. Talk to somebody. Make sure suicide hotline. Look it up. Make it happen. We all do love you. Take care of yourself. For Jason, I am Dave. Jim Rome is next. Bye now.
The Carmichael Dave Show with Jason Ross.
Divorce becomes a reality. You need a partner that you can count on. If you're a man in this situation, consider contacting